Stuff and things.
All right, so for heroic inspiration, who would like to recap us again?
I was already going through it.
Landon was already doing that.
Start again.
All right, so we got to the gate, and there was a plaque on the gate. Can't see the gate, it's down there. And the plaque says something about a lion and a stag, or words to that effect, which one, etc. We tried the gate, it was open. We came over, talked to these guys. They weren't very much help. Then we went over to this place over here, and we found the lion, and the lion was pretty nice. I think it was Pip talked to him, and Pip was able to charm him pretty good. And then we left the lion, and we went and checked out this area over here, and there was a bunch of spiders there, and we did something that scared them off.
These spiders.
And we did something. What did we do? We scared them off without them even attacking. So then we went in there, and then there was these roses around the base of the statue, and we started swiping those. And I don't think we swiped them all, but we swiped a good bit of them, and all the roses had a different effect.
About one.
And all the roses had a different effect based on their color, and they were all chromatic, so kind of like dragons.
Sus.
Then we came over to this thing right here, and I don't remember anything about it. So then we came over to here, and we're at the lake right now. There was something in the lake that we needed. I think it was a key. No, it was a crown. It was a crown in the lake that we needed. And we got the crown out of the lake, and then we're heading over here to the stack, and there was a note that we had that had a riddle on it, and Mike figured out the riddle almost immediately.
Right.
And it told us that it was the stag that we had to give the crown to.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that's right. So Mike, since he got inspiration at the very end of the prior game, he still has inspiration heading into tonight.
Yep.
As does Landon now.
I don't remember to use it or have an opportunity to use it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll have opportunities.
Always opportunity.
As long as you don't wander it on the wrong ones. We'll see.
Well, you know.
There we go. I got inspiration.
Let's see. Which music track do I want to use for tonight?
And I believe we were supposed to put the crown on the stag's head, right?
That was what that was what Mike's determination was from the clues that you guys had found. Yes.
Could you read that back to me?
Yeah, I've got it in the NPCs notes channel. Give me just a second here.
Let's go to
yes. The riddle that you had uncovered was the beginning of whenever, the end of ever after, the start of an age, the finale of every moment, and the first in history.
And that was wrath was the answer.
Yeah, so the W, the first letter of whenever, R, the last letter of ever after, A, the start of an age, the finale of moment was letter T, and the first letter in history is H, so wrath. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the telepathic voice you heard in your head when you guys took the crown off of Unicorn Gator's head. Did you see that picture, that artwork I did of the alligator with the crown on its head?
No.
Oh, I can show you. Just a second. Let's see. Where will this open if I click on it? No, open. No, open in a different tab. Damn you, computer. Stop. Go back. Where's this tab open? YouTube. Get out there.
Pencil I can borrow.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's a very
Yep.
majestic's not the right word, so we're gonna say like
It's super majestic. What are you talking about?
I mean, I just don't feel like it pulls off the grave. It's a cool
No, it's a mid-journey.
I'll get a crocodile thing. I can't tell if it's saltwater or
I feel like this is freshwater.
Well, then again, there's just something to do with the snout, but I do not know, nor do I care. Fireball.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway.
That's our druid.
Crocodiles have pointy snouts. Alligators have rounded snouts. Crocodiles... Huh?
That was an alligator.
Okay, and crocodiles are saltwater or freshwater, and alligators are freshwater only.
I
Another
just
fact
closed
that
my
I won't
roll
remember.
20 window.
Well, now you know.
Oh no.
There will be a test at the end of the.
Our lizard specialist.
You guys ain't right. You guys ain't right. All right. Roll 20. Go back up to the top. Good. I've got
I
like
did not
50
know that.
I've got like 50 tabs open in Edge right now.
Yes. 22.
Why do I know? I don't know.
All right. Let's see.
Did we talk about it the last session? We probably did. No?
Yes.
I know Paxton has a book. That's why I know.
Whatever.
that. Paxton has a book. Yes.
What does Paxton have to do with this?
How he knows about crocodiles and alligators.
Yes, because he has a
Oh,
book that
okay.
had it in it. That's why I know.
Yes, I follow now. Mostly. All right, so you guys are still on the banks of this pond. You just acquired the crown. The tower that Envy lives in was over here. The only other tower you see bordering this garden is over here.
Can you remind me what was in this thing over here?
Which thing over where?
This
In
thing
the
right
middle.
The wheel that didn't move, right? Didn't
Oh,
move.
that is a fountain.
here? I found.
It is
Oh,
a
that's
fountain.
right. It's stuck in time.
Yeah, so in case they neglected to mention, this whole palace has been frozen in time. So, like, all the fireflies in the air are just
Oh.
sort of stuck in there. There's dragonflies that are moving around for some reason, but all the fireflies are stuck. You found several guests at this pavilion down here.
That's what
who were. There was like an orc lady
Okay,
who
no
was stuck in
fireball.
time. Even the water in the stream and the pond,
Yeah.
it's frozen in place, and it feels kind of like you're playing with like Play-Doh or something when you pick it up until you get a few feet away from the stream, and then it reverts to being normal water again. So it's kind of trippy.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Alright.
The
Let's see.
pond
I had
itself.
I had a note here that I wanted to
Is it a
read.
murky pond that we're at, or is it like clear and clean?
It's
like,
it's
nice?
pretty clear, but it's very deep. So the center of the pond actually was like impossible to see the bottom
Oh.
because it was so dark down
And
there.
it's still that thick kind of.
It is
Wesley solved
viscous.
an argument about
No.
whether you put jam or something else on a something.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
flowing.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Was it mascarpone? No.
Jam and the.
Clotted cream.
Yeah. Jam, clotted cream, and what was it? A scone?
Don't start again.
Nope.
No, moving on. Moving
Yes,
on.
no,
Not starting
No,
again.
don't you do it.
it.
We shall not have this discussion again.
Oh, by the way, as soon as you guys pick up the crown from off of Elena's brow, you hear the clarion call of trumpets split the air, and there's a big and you can see the front doors to the palace swing open in welcome right up here.
Okay.
Something moved in the frozen.
Wait a second. We already opened the front door. We didn't go see the stag yet.
We haven't. We didn't open the door. It opened on its own when we picked up the crown.
Correct.
Oh.
So, I don't know why these are on the player version of the map, but they are, so I left them there, because editing the map was kind of a pain in the ass. However, from what you guys have understood so far, there are certain doors inside the Palace of Heart's Desire that have locks upon them. And these locks are attuned to this crown that you just picked up. So if the crown is placed on the heart's head, then it'll
stag.
unlock certain doors. If it's placed on the lion's head, it unlocks different doors.
And the riddle said on the front gate, I think it was, said you're supposed to put it on the stag's head to begin with.
Well, we picked it up and we unlocked this door.
Yeah, I
If we
know.
put it on the stag's head, then we'll probably unlock that one. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
You think there's a third door, or you think there's one too?
I mean, there has to be a door with the lion. So.
Because I was just marking. We'll see.
Number 3.
Yeah, we
We
went in
went
there.
through this where the lion is actually in here.
So we haven't
Yeah.
gone and talked to the stag yet. Do you guys want to go and check out this door that opened first, or do you want to go check with the stag first?
I would
Let's
check the door
check
first.
with
No, but didn't get to go through the door. What if the door closes after you go through? I would say we go over here and at least look around because we don't have to go in anything. But we go over, roll for perception, see what we find.
Yeah, I don't mind talking to the
I
stag.
know it sounds simple, but
Right.
Oh,
So
my God.
over here, so you can see that this is a tower over here.
Yeah.
It's about a 40-foot tall tower. You don't unlike Envy's tower, however, you don't see a doorway to get into it from where you are. However, this looks like it's a catwalk here. You can see that there's a door over here that leads onto it from the palace proper, but there's a catwalk here, and it's only about maybe 10 feet above the level of the ground. So you could probably get up to it pretty easily from this, because it's raised slightly here in front of the front wall. It is true.
you got
We have 2 herring guns.
Well, okay, so now that we know it's a tower, we go over there, we won't see anything. But I like that there's a pathway to climb up potentially.
Yeah.
Or go into the door and
Pass it to
So-
the side.
So if you guys want to move around here and explore, once you get over to here, you can see that there is a door into this tower up on top of this catwalk, as well as a door here. In fact, let me just move your character up there to reveal the fog of war. At least. Party star. So yeah, you can see that there's a door at each end of this little catwalk if you were to get up there.
Okay.
So we can't see it. There's no door down here around the.
No, there's no door at ground level. You'd have to get up on that catwalk.
So we'll probably have to go through this door anyway to get
Yeah, that's
to that
what it
catwalk.
sounds like. Yep.
Well, do we want to look into the?
You're lighter. You're the bunny. We could always.
I'm only like 3 feet tall.
We could just pick you up and toss you up there. Though.
That's true.
I am not an
Pickle can
object.
talk to you.
Says who?
Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, I was say Pickle's strong.
Pickle is strong.
Yeah.
Stewart's also strong.
I don't like the idea of being tossed.
That was a very, very Wexley response. I approve.
Yep.
Which
That
one?
is definitely a
Yeah,
Wexley
which
response.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
but-
Pickle's shorter than he is, so me.
I did try to make some room, so.
I could levitate up there, but I say we go through the door.
I said we go up the steps and through the door.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like
I agree.
What,
I'm
what
going
am I
towards the door.
being voluntold for?
Towards
Yeah.
the door.
We're gonna go up
nothing.
the.
Nothing.
When we picked the crown up, there was a door that opened, so we're gonna head towards that door.
Okay,
Check
so
it
you're
out.
going to head through the front door of the castle for now?
Yes. Well, hey guys, I'm walking to the door.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
I'm following the line up.
I'm going with y'all.
Yes. All right.
We don't go in yet. We just kind of look.
That's fine.
I went in.
Who would be my best friend?
Your best
Or
friend.
worst enemy in the group?
Pickle is just gonna like
Um,
scamper after
feel
the
like-
schmuck.
I feel like you might have the most adversarial relationship with Stewart simply because he's very meticulous and Wexley is very random. But I'd have to let you guys. I'd have to let you guys weigh in on that because your perceptions are certainly different than mine. What would you guys say?
I don't think anybody's adversarial. I think people they seem to get along just fine.
Yeah.
Adversarially, either
It's
Stuart
occasionally a little bit Laurel and Hardy, but you know.
So, as a small bunny, I'm not going to get pushed through the door all of a sudden. And
No. So I'm standing in this door and I'm going to look around and see if there's any traps nearby or anything that jumps out to me as a trap.
Yeah, because if
Okay.
you went
I
through,
was
Pickle's
just
gonna
hoping
drag
you
your
go,
ass back.
hello?
Well, let me go. What were you saying, Jacob?
I was just hoping Vanita would have been like, hello? Hello?
Anyone
Right
here?
here?
All right. So
I
you
didn't see anything.
you guys are just sort of poking your heads through the door rather than entering.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you
That's
went
a
in.
good way to
Okay.
lose them.
So, Venito,
Yes.
you can see when you step inside that the walls of this hall are illustrated with painted panels depicting a starry sky. The paintings show what a viewer would see while looking out through a set of windows onto a clear moonlit night.
Sounds lovely.
Oh, pretty.
And when you enter, you also hear a sort of like a chiming sound, and the air in front of you begins to begins to sparkle, and you see a flock of pixies appear in midair, and they're all dressed like French maids.
Ooh.
And one of them, she's her outfit is mostly black, without all the white frills. She says, "Greetings and welcome to the Palace of Heart's Desire. Please proceed to the parlor to enjoy Zybilna's hospitality while you await an audience. We shall inform the Major Domo, Thinnings, of your arrival." And after she says that, all of the pixies except for her just sort of scatter. Some go flying off through some windows behind here and over to the left. Some go flying off to the right, and you can give me a perception check if you would.
Sure. Maybe. No, I got another 4%, so I'll just do a 20. A 5.
A 5.
Haven't seen it.
You can. So you hear it. It's difficult to hear. You hear this sort of. It almost sounds like a rumbling sound coming from somewhere beyond the wall to your north. It sounded like the pixies were whispering amongst themselves, but you couldn't quite catch it over the sound of that rumbling that you hear.
But the other pixie, the one in black, stayed with me.
Yeah, she has stayed there.
And what's her name?
She says, "I'm Vivian."
Hello, Vivian. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lovely girl.
Oh, why, thank you, sir. You're very kind.
What's that
You
rumbling?
have to flirt with every girl you meet.
Yes, he does.
Oh,
Yeah.
she says that's the
Great
court.
job.
She says that's the Court of Storms. She says if you want to step up to the window, I can show you.
Oh, of course.
All right. So you step up to the windows, and as you peer out, you can see that it looks like there's a large rectangular courtyard that's open to the twilight sky. It has no visible floor. Instead, what you see is a vortex of dark clouds churning below the castle. You can also see, straight ahead, there is a large marble tower that rises from the maelstrom, and it appears to be encircled by numerous turrets. You can also see that extending from the central tower along the intermediate directions, not the cardinal directions, but the intermediates, there are stone staircases that extend up from the corners of the courtyard and intersect with the tower as like flying buttresses that help to anchor and stabilize it, and that span the void.
That is very impressive and very beautiful.
He says, "Oh well, Zybilna is very discerning."
So, Zybilna is my patron, and I'm here to visit her.
He says, "Oh yes, I'm sure she's been expecting you."
From what I understand, she's trapped here. Do you know anything about that?
She's trapped?
That's my understanding, that the hags trapped her here.
Hags?
Why should
I'm
you
not
step in?
sure. I'm not sure what you mean. We so to be fair, there's a persistent enchantment on the foyer here that summons us when we're needed. So I'm not really familiar with what you're talking about.
Mm. Yeah, it seems like is the courtyard out there normally stuck in a time lock?
A time lock? She flutters over the door and peeks outside, and she says, "Oh my, something dreadful must have happened." And she looks around, and when she glances down the hallway to the east, you can see it looks like somebody's put like a sawhorse in front of this door over here, and there's like planks that have been set up against the door, like barricading it, as if it. And you can see it looks like it's buckling from some great weight on the other side of that doorway. And she says, "Oh dear, I feel like something terrible has happened. Oh, well, in any event, I could certainly show you to the parlor, and my friends will, or my coworkers will most likely, hopefully, be able to locate Master Thinnings. He's the major domo."
Now we're trying to decide where we want to go first, dear.
I think we should look some other ways and see if we can't figure out what's happened to this building.
We
got some more of this.
We'll definitely go with you to the parlor, but we also want to go speak to the heart first.
Oh, you mean to Wrath?
Is that the name of the heart?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we'd like to go speak with him first.
Well, you can get to his quarters through. Let's see, you don't have wings. How are you at climbing?
I can levitate.
Oh, well, that's perfect then. If you would like to visit with Wrath and you have those capabilities, the easiest thing, even if it may be a bit undignified, would be to go back
Wouldn't do
outside
anything
and make your way up to the top of the catwalk. Otherwise, we could lead you through the castle, through the servants' quarters to the same catwalk.
I think we might want to go through the servants' quarters so that everybody can join. Zarg, yes. You guys, what do you say?
I'm still
I
outside.
mean, we could just use the portal wand.
I'm going to stick my head out. It's true, we could use the portal wand. I'm going to stick my head outside. You guys coming in?
Yeah, I'm right behind
All
you.
right.
So what I missed? I'm cute.
So you guys want to go check out the parlor? Or are you going to go find, speak to Hart?
So which one's the parlor?
We have a
I
business.
suggest speak to Wrath first.
Yeah, I'm thinking we might get stuck in time or whatever, like the people outside did, waiting.
Yeah.
If we get to the parlor and just meander or whatever.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I think we need to just
You're welcome.
Wow.
Well, the good thing is,
Wow.
at least in this corridor, the fairies
Wow.
are moving.
Yes, that's true. The berries are
So,
moving.
at least in this
We could
corridor,
just portal wand up to the catwalk.
I mean, it's 10 feet up. The portal wand has 3 charges per day. I mean, it's.
The rabbits can jump. I can levitate.
You guys have ropes and grapples. I mean,
Yeah,
half
you
you
can
could probably
throw
just jump up there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can certainly use a portal wand, but I'm just saying it's a limited resource per day.
Yeah,
Well,
I think we
and
just,
Why don't we just give each other boosts?
yeah.
And also, if we go through the castle, might give us a chance to explore a little bit more on the way.
I don't like leaving something behind me unexplored.
Hold up, Mike's speaking. What were you saying, Mike?
I was saying I don't like leaving something behind us unexplored, especially when it's a key element. The Wrath guy, the stag. I suggest we go speak with him first.
Do you want to go through the castle, or do you want to go and up the walk?
Well, okay, maybe I'm mistaken. What's that other tower behind us? Was there anything in there
Where?
in the courtyard?
Yeah, we went. The lion's in this one down here.
Yeah,
this-
this
What about
one
the
has
other
the
one?
line.
That's where Wrath is.
The stag is in this one. It's from what you've
that's
been
what we're
told.
trying to get to.
Or decide how to get to.
Yeah, there's
Why
like
don't we just
there's like a 10-foot catwalk here.
Yeah, let's just take the shortcut. I'm heading towards the shortcut.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're trying to figure out how to go there, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to walk that way. I want to say, Master Pixie, if you'd like to follow us.
Yeah,
He says,
they were offered
She says, I should probably be
courtyard.
here in case any other guests arrive. But
My dear, nobody else is coming. You've
I
been
gotta-
time locked for a long
I got a
time.
feeling that if she walks out there, she'll get time locked.
well, she says, regardless, I appreciate your sentiment, but this is sort of my job. I would be remiss to just go wandering about and not attending to my duties.
You will be missed, my dear.
Anything
He says,
can
I'll be
happen
here
and
when
we
you
must-
return, Master
Benito.
Benito.
All right, so I'm going to say, come on, guys, and then I'm going to start walking that way.
All right, so you guys head back out. I presume that you're levitating up there.
Yeah, I'll just levitate.
I'll Misty step up there.
Hey,
Okay.
wait, hold on. Who's the tallest here? Someone's got to throw me.
I feel like that.
I'll
I feel like
throw
the,
him.
I feel like Voltan's the tallest, but you could Misty step up there with him, I believe.
Oh, I can?
No.
I think
I mean, I
might
could
be-
hook you up there, but I'm shorter than you.
I
Can I
think
Oh,
I
really?
can too.
Or is it just me?
We just a whole bunch of short creatures.
I can do Lesson of the Raven for you and just.
You know, hold on. I might
Yeah,
have
fine.
something.
Pickle's just gonna climb up on Voltan's shoulders.
I mean, that'd be easy.
I'm gonna have to
I'll
just
grab
climb
the
the rope.
I'll grab the two bunnies and I'll grab Pickle. I'll just Misty step up there.
Sounds good.
Can
All
you
right.
Missy step
You
up? All right.
I don't know. We'll allow it because you guys. I feel like you guys are overthinking this.
Okay.
All right, you're like 7th or 8th level at this point. You can get up on top of a 10-foot tall
All right.
obstruction. All
I
right.
don't know what jumping stats.
Yeah, so you guys
I mean,
get up on
the way our party goes, can we though?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. You can fall 200 feet and not take any damage, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh wait, hold on. Right here, as a bonus action, I can jump 15 feet.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. I got this. I'll just jump up.
That's right.
All right.
You're
I
right.
got some strong legs.
So Pip and Wexley will just say sproing on up there,
Yes.
and mock the rest of you guys. Meanwhile, Venito levitates. Some people jump for joy. Venito levitates for spite.
I got a grappling hook and a rope, so I just hook and swing.
Hook and swing.
All right, no problem.
That
It's
sounds dirty.
easy enough to get up there. And then I'll just assume Voltan
Misty steps.
Misty steps with Pickle.
All right.
All right, so you guys are all on top of the wall, and before you at the end of it, you see a door.
All right. I'm gonna go open the door.
Do it not open. Does it?
I'm just
No.
opening it.
All right, Benito,
Opening it.
brash one that he is, just goes forward and opens it. He opens the gates of wrath.
Oh,
That's just
fun.
that thing.
I'm sure he's friendly.
Oh, for sure.
The gates of wrath.
The gates of wrath.
Got it back
This
then.
tower
Eat
is
the grapes of wrath.
unlike the previous tower.
Definitely.
This tower is filled with hawthorns, which are like it's the rowan tree. It's got like 2-inch long thorns covering the whole damn thing.
Oh, geez.
So the whole interior of this is covered in hawthorn trees. At the heart of the thicket, a heart, seemingly made from iron, stands atop a marble pedestal, pawing at the ground angrily. Strewn around the pedestal are a dozen empty baskets. "We are wrath," says the iron heart.
Hello, sir. How do you do?
It says, "I exist." And his eyes kind of narrow at you.
Is it hostile? Can I roll for perception or something?
You can roll insight if you like.
Is it angry?
Yeah, is it angry? Is it wrathful? Oh god, that sucks.
Okay.
It's a 4 plus 7. Is that 11?
Yeah.
And then,
No, I just have.
okay, so 11.
Already added in, yeah.
11.
11. It seems rather gruff, to be certain.
That's obvious.
It seems rather gruff. Did anyone else want to do an insight check as well, or not?
Yes. I will.
I don't think I have to.
No,
You did worse.
I got
I'm
nothing.
fine.
All right.
I didn't roll on that
I
one.
got a 21.
No, thank
You got a 21.
21.
Yeah.
You think that it expects deference from visitors.
You're gonna tell me that?
I poke you. You should probably bow.
Okay, so he's gonna do a gracious bow.
And what about the rest of you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
follow
if I know
his
that,
lead.
yes, I definitely bow.
Yeah.
I'll do a shifty-eyed bow.
Shifty-eyed bow.
Keep an eye on him. Don't take my eye off the target.
His eyes sort of narrow. He says, So, what brings you to seek wrath?"
Well, I am a patron of Zavilna, and understand she's been captured here and imprisoned here, so we're all trying to free her.
So, you seek to free Zabilna from the time freeze.
Ah, we got somebody that knows what's going on.
Yes, of course.
Well, we are very grateful that we met you.
Indeed. So, what do you wish?
Can you give us any hints on how to get her out of here?
He says, "You must touch someone who is frozen in time with the horn of a unicorn and intone their true name."
Anybody that's frozen in time?
Yes.
Oh.
What if we don't know their name?
Well,
Then frozen in time they shall remain.
How do
Well,
we
heck.
learn someone's true name?
So if we touch Zabilna with the unicorn horn and say her name, she'll wake up.
Yeah,
Gotta
so-
hope that that's her actual name.
Wait a second. So whoever we touch with the unicorn horn and say their true name, they're stuck at frozen in time for all of eternity?
No, they get unstuck.
Stuck.
Yes.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Yeah.
I
pretty
said,
sure
what
it
if we
is.
don't know their
Okay.
name?
All right. Ah,
I could just see Vanita doing this too. So they get unstuck, and Pickle's like, "No, they get unstuck." No, that's not what he said. Is that what he said? I don't know. I was halfway listening.
yes.
That's
Yes,
okay. If
we
he
have no
doesn't listen,
bananas.
she can just kick him.
Such comicality. Such comicality.
Ah,
She's like, I am close
think we
to
did
your
that
ankles and
already.
your kneecaps. Watch
Yeah,
it.
so the tidbits of information that you learned from Envy, I'm not sure if you're going to mention that you've spoken to Envy Durath or not, but the tidbits that you learned from Envy were that Zabilna created the crown that you now hold as a key that guests can use to reach certain areas of the palace in her absence. That the crown has two forms. One made of silver needles, which is its present state, which is very not comfortable to hold, by the way. And the other is a crown of golden roses. To transform the crown of needles into its gold form, it must be placed onto the brow of the correct Iron Guardian. Envy did not know if that was him or his counterpart that it should be placed on first. Stuart deduced from the riddle that the crown spoke into y'all's minds when you picked it up that it was Wrath. However, you were to place it on the incorrect guardian's head, the crown would get banished to whatever demi-plane they originally hail from. Once the crown is transformed into its gold form, either guardian can then wear it without it becoming banished. And certain doors inside the palace become unlocked or locked, depending upon which guardian wears the golden crown. So if the heart is wearing it, then the lion doors are locked. If the lion is wearing it, then the heart doors are locked.
and right now they're all locked.
Right now they're all locked.
All right, so
But if we put on the wrong thing, it disappears.
But
Well,
we've
so
already-
guys, the riddle literally said Wrath, so I would assume
Yes, it
it
did.
is Wrath.
That's and that's in front of us.
Yes.
So why don't we graciously offer the
Yes,
crown and
yes,
say,
yes.
"Hey, we brought you a crown."
that's
Would you
what
like
I'm
to
doing
try it?
next. Yes.
Considering he did want us to bow in reverence,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and
It's
so-
like your
I would
excellence.
assume it can. Yeah.
But I'm going to ask whoever's got the crown to hand it to me, and I'm going to gently present it to him. Says, "Well, say, do I have to go in there? I don't want to go in there."
You already-
I mean, you're in there.
Well, you got all those. Okay, let's imagine I was
you
at
can
the door.
you can easily levitate up there and
All right, so I don't want to get it stuck on thorns or anything. I want to present the crown to him and says, "I have found this crown. We brought it to you. Place it on your head."
he says, "Very well then."
All right.
And he sort of stoops down to present himself lower so that you may do this and place it between his antlers.
I do so.
All right.
Place it right there.
All right. When you place the crown upon Wrath's head, it gleams, and you hear this sort of like, and the thorns melt away, and it transforms into a crown of roses, and the whole thing is golden in color. And you see the rosebuds blossom as he stands back up to his full height.
That looks magnificent on you.
I'm sure that it does. You may proceed.
I'm so glad that worked, and we did. It wasn't a trick.
Only give him another bow, another regal bow.
Yep.
And
Well,
all right. And thank you, sir.
Indeed.
Can I get a religion check?
You're doing a what now?
Do a knowledge religion check. Do
Okay.
you have anything?
What are you trying to determine?
Okay, I'll just straight up tell you. Wrath and envy are two of the 7 deadly sins.
Yes.
Just pointing that out.
Right.
You've got gluttony, lust, despair, sloth, vanity, and pride, hubris. So, just be all watchful for such things. 'Cause
That
certainly they
seems
wouldn't
fair.
have what I'd done.
That seems fair.
So,
All right. Where would you guys? I'm assuming you're leaving Wrath in peace and closing the door behind you.
yeah.
Yes.
Do we want to go?
Yeah.
Did we
Wanna go
notice
back?
any door
Go through this
opened
door.
up
Well, if we
when
go
This
through
door
this
opened
door,
up.
the crown changed?
yeah, that door-
Hey guys, hold up. Jacob was speaking.
Sorry.
Did we
So-
notice that any door unlocked or swung open when the crown changed?
You can give me perception checks to see if you hear or notice anything.
Sure, I'll do
no,
a perception
bother.
check.
I guess I can try.
Sure, my
I got a
ears.
nat 20.
There you go.
I
So-
got 11 plus whatever. He got nat 20 though.
All right, so for most of the others, their rounded ears are not perceptive enough to pick up upon this. However, your extra super long Shatter Kai ears are able to hear a faint somewhere reverberating in the distance.
I heard it too.
Did you?
I got a
You and your bunny ears.
26.
Very good.
So yeah, it sounds like several doors unlocked somewhere, but I can't say exactly where they are.
All right.
I,
My ears are
If we-
swiveling.
Can we take the crown with us?
no, because then the doors will all lock.
Let's
back.
ask, actually. I'm going to ask Wrath that question.
Seems like it has to be on the
I'm not
individual
going back
heads.
with you.
I want to say,
Yeah, because
excuse me,
they
sir.
did tell you. Envy had told you that the doors remain unlocked only so long as they actually wear the crown.
Oh, yeah, all right.
So that is you know
If
that.
we're trying to come back,
You
that is-
leave-
I'll
you
take
come
the crown
back-
with
Ah, hope not.
If we go back across the walkway and go in the door at the other end, we could explore some of the castle on the way through.
It is
Wasn't
true.
the bottom part bulging though?
That was over
no,
here,
that was-
wasn't
that
it?
was inside.
That was this door over here. That was this door over here.
I say we follow.
Not to
And
say
we-
that they're not connected.
Well, we don't know until we go in the door at the other end of the walkway, and then
Oh,
we
let's do
might
it.
be able to get in the tower from a different way and see what's causing the bulge.
I want to pay attention to see if I can hear like a crash or just a constant sort of scan to see if something breaks through that door. Maybe just passively. Just trying to listen for,
Any danger?
yeah.
It's
Okay.
like a trap.
No, it's more of if that bulge ever breaks through the
So-
barricade.
because it's barricaded.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
assuming
Keep
there's
an ear
hear
out.
like snapping from wood or
So
whatever.
from where you're standing now, you can definitely see that something is amiss in this place. Let me pan the map down a bit. So from here, you can see that a very large tower here has been lifted up into the air by a good 50 to 80 feet by a gigantic beanstalk. And it's like holding this tower way up in the air. And you can see that one of the tendrils from it has wrapped around this tower here and has begun to partially crush it.
I want to go another door.
No, go in that door.
We can open the door and see what's inside.
I want to go open that door.
You want to go look in this one here in
Yeah.
front?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go in.
So you guys
Yay,
head
Scooby.
over this way.
Crushers.
Who's
Cozy.
crushing that?
Yeah, but we're right here.
All
We
right.
crush that, it falls on us, we die.
Anybody in here? Hello? Anybody here?
All right.
So,
So this is a candlelit workroom that contains tables, dressers, and bunks for the palace staff. 5 goblins are frozen in place like statues, caught in the mundane chores of ironing clothes, darning socks, and folding sheets. A row of brass bells is mounted on one wall.
look for name tags.
Exactly. Absolutely. I know what he says.
What about name tags?
Look for
Name
name
tag
tags.
on the
Some of their
goblins.
names.
Yes, absolutely.
So-
Yep.
So y'all paying attention or something.
Horned alligator? The crocodile?
Wait, do we have
So
to hold a
you-
crocodile with it? Or just the one?
You don't
We should. We should. I don't know if we have to, but we should.
you don't see any sort of name tags on them. They're all dressed nicely. Like they have they're garbed kind of like palace servants. So they've got like little white ruffled collars. They've got like white ruffs on their shirts. They're wearing like little jerkins with slash and puff sleeves. So they're nice and clean goblins like Pickle. They're not dirty nasty gremlins.
Sure.
Are there names on the bunks?
Hotel staff name tag.
Or if there's like a chest or whatever in front of the bunk?
No, you don't see any names on the chests or bunks.
So anything around here we can.
You said there's like some brass things on the wall?
bells?
Yeah, there's bells. There's bells on the wall.
Can I go ring a bell?
You can.
Can I have it?
It rings.
Okay. But it actually rings.
It does ring.
So interesting.
Yeah.
So sound still moves in this time zone.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
go up and you like ding
yeah,
it.
but we're not frozen. How do you know that objects are not? You know, not that they're not, but they're not in stasis. So it's like the water, for example.
Yeah.
So when you ring the bell, one thing you notice is attached to the bell, there's like there's a cord that extends up from it into the ceiling.
It's so that it can call for different rooms.
Are there labels on the bells that say like bedroom, kitchen?
Yeah, right.
Yes. So each bell has a different label on it. Let me find that here.
What's the biggest, most important looking bell on the whole thing?
They appear to be the same. Most of them appear to be the same size. There's a black bell, a white bell, green, blue, red, and then there is a golden bell as well.
What's that labeled?
Yeah, what are the names of the bell? The colors.
So they just have the colors listed on them. The gold one says throne room.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
My goodness,
last
child.
one, I wonder if it correlates to the lady who was wearing all black out in the hallway.
Oh, the hostess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it.
Right.
Well, no, they'll ring it. I'm gonna come back out. I can jump down and run in there, and go in the room and let y'all know if I hear it sound.
Do you guys familiar with these kind of bells? Right. Usually in a castle, the string runs to somebody's room, and they pull a string, and it rings the bell in the servants' quarters, and the servants know which person to go take.
Well, before you go, I want to say,
If that's important, I don't know what it is, but
we'll do that too. What's this on the table over here?
These little cogs and stuff.
that's just.
never mind.
that was just the roll 20.
I mean, I don't think it's important because they're just servant bells to be wrong.
Oh, I might be able to use them later. Keep in mind. Is there anything else here in the room we might?
Can I
be-
check? While they're doing that, can I check? Can I check
Hold
one
on.
of the other doors?
Okay.
But she's also there only summoned when.
What
needed.
were you saying, Jacob?
Check the other doors.
I said, can I check the upper door? Not the
Yeah,
one that goes
sure.
into the storm room, but the upper one.
I'm following Jacob.
All right, so you go over here and have
Sorry,
a look.
Bulltown.
And let me move this down. So this room over here, you can see that there is an 8-foot tall, 3-foot diameter, multi-tiered cake resting on a large round table in this kitchen, which also contains a stove and an assortment of mismatched cupboards and work tables. 8 pixies are suspended in midair around the cake, each wearing a chef's hat and a flour-stained apron. 6 of the pixies squeeze piping tubes that have icing coming out of them. The other 2 hold armfuls of tiny crimson candles. Thick creepers with broad leaves encroach on the kitchen through a partially open door in the middle of a concave wall. The roots stretch across the floor and coil around the large table, but not around a smaller rectangular wheeled table that has 3 trussed-up giant rats resting on the top of it.
Crushed up.
Yeah. By the way, while you guys are looking around here, you see Valena like kind of kneel down and look underneath one of the beds in here, and she says, "Oh, hello. Who are you?"
Do we hear a response?
And you just hear a very nervous, me. I'm no one. Please go away. I'm very shy.
Oh, you're going to be a somebody today.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Well, hold on. And this room where we just walked into,
Yeah.
people are still frozen.
Yes.
Or-
Let me put some more of you guys on the map so we can see where everyone is. So Valena was she was looking underneath this pink bed over here.
Pip will be right there with her.
So you're Pip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
They
right.
need name
Let's
tags.
see. Voltan was up at
I was
this.
up there. I put-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You already
I
got
put
yourself.
myself.
Okay.
And I was
And then
on
I
the
think
wall
Wix was up there with Voltan.
I would be kind of in the middle of the room just scanning and keeping an eye on everybody.
I'm going to attempt to convince him, to persuade him to calm down and that we're not dangerous.
All right, not
Just
involved.
don't say the words "calm down" because it never works.
All right. So what are you saying to him exactly?
Don't worry, friend. We are friends, and we are trying to help freeze the buildup. And we've noticed that lots of people here are stuck in time, so we've come to help.
Well, go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
All right.
Or persuasion, rather.
Persuasion.
I played way too many versions of this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
20.
20 total or net
Yes.
20?
Nat 20.
Net 20.
Nice.
Okay. So, it looks like this skinny little dude was in the process of folding himself into like a postage stamp. When you mentioned that, he pauses and he unfolds a few times so that just his head is sticking out from under the bed, sort of looking up at you. And he seems to, he looks like he's two-dimensional, but he sort of reinflates partially when you say that.
Can I tell what kind of creature it is?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I've seen this episode of Inuyasha.
That is. What is that? That's an 18 plus something. Does it matter what the plus is?
Do you have the plus to that?
I think it's like a 3 or something.
Arcana, Veneto, plus 3. Yeah, so 21. He looks like he must be some sort of fae. He is speaking with you. He is speaking with you and Valena and Sylvan.
Okay.
So you gather that he must be some sort of a fae.
Alright.
He says, "Well," he says, I'm not entirely convinced of your intentions. You all seem to be quite well armed, but the fact that this one bears a unicorn's horn upon her brow, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt."
We have a way of unfreezing people in time. If we know their true names, we've got a couple of goblins here. Do you know any of their names?
He says, "Oh, you mean my assistants?"
Yes.
"Oh, yes. Let's see. It's Sleepy, Scratchy, Mouthy, Piggy, and what's the other one's name?
That's a lot.
No.
Okay.
Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. He
He
says, "Spock."
Sleepy, grumpy, dopey, sneezy.
Spock.
What?
Well, which one of would you like us to try to unfreeze?
All of them?
Well, we'll try
Which
which
one's
one's
which?
Yes, we need to.
Yeah, point us out the first one and their name, and we'll give it a try.
Spock's harder than the
He
rest,
sort of bites his lip and he deflates again, and he says, "I'm sorry, they all kind of look the same to me." And he just rolls himself up. He just rolls himself up into like a tube and just rolls
Wait,
back underneath the bed.
Before he does that, can I use the whole telepathy and try to detect thoughts? And I'm going to say, friends,
So
or
does it require any sort of saving throw when you do that or not?
yeah, it requires a DC 13 saving throw.
DC 13. Let's see here how Thinnings does. He fails his saving throw quite badly. You can tell that he's very flustered by you guys being here, and that he was actually already in hiding because a number of pixies recently fluttered through here trying to find him, and clamoring that there's guests in the foyer. So he's already kind of on edge. You can also sense that
On edge.
you can also sense that he has good reason to be afraid. That there's things that are things and people that are currently loose in the castle that are very dangerous. That he's afraid of.
Can he talk to him?
Yeah, you can communicate through the helm if you wish.
Yeah, I'm just like, we're here to help you.
He says,
Friends.
telepathy? He said,
Yes.
He says, "Oh, that's most unsettling."
No, don't want to scare you. We've talked to Envy, we've talked to Wrath. We're trying to figure out where Zadora is and free her.
He says, "Well, she's presently in the ballroom. So you might be able to find her there."
Good. Give us a call.
Is it further the way we're coming through these rooms to the back?
No, it is the northernmost room on the ground level of the palace. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. I'd probably go to one of the goblins, touch them, and say all 5 names.
All right. So you and Valena go in there. It takes a full minute of concentration each time she attempts this.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, let's see how many it. Go ahead and roll.
We're not alright.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
13.
The first name doesn't work.
19.
Okay, you get it on the second try. So that's Itchy.
Itchy.
Then we
Maybe
ask.
Itchy knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Itchy under
So,
the
Itchy, do you know the rest? The names?
Well, hold on.
Like,
You just unfroze Itchy. Be like, hey, what happened?
Yeah, I want to explain to him what's up.
Did he unfreeze?
He
yeah.
unfroze and Itchy is like,
Oh, Itchy?
"Oh, who are you guys? What are you doing in the servants' quarters?"
Yeah,
He
we're
says,
frozen time and we're
where's-
unfreezing you.
He says, "Where's Thinnings?"
Dude, what's
That's
the
paper
last?
guy?
What's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember, he holds up his hands and he's holding like a bed sheet that he was in the process of folding. He's like, "I was doing the laundry."
Do you remember anyone coming by and whispering or touching or any stranger in the laundry area?
You mean besides all of you here right now? No.
Yep. No?
Did you hear a weird noise?
A
You were
weird
just like your
noise.
compatriots over there.
You were
Just
frozen.
smell anything funky that had nothing to do with laundry.
He looks over at Pickles and he's like, "Boom." He
Oi.
says, "Well, hello, princess."
Stick to
And
the
he- hide behind the next tall
when he sees you, he just sort of tosses the sheet on the bed and he slides up to Pickles and on his knees and takes her hand and starts kissing her hand and he
Yeah,
says,
this is right.
She's gonna look to the rest of the guys. Go help.
We got
Help.
time.
Guys, I gotta go to the other room.
Oh, it's okay, Pickle. We got time. You want some privacy?
No! Even my cat's hiding her face.
"Oh."
I pick up Itchy.
He says, "Oh, hello, big guy."
Michael, look.
Listen. Do you?
Oh, I don't have the webcams up. I'm sorry.
She's hiding.
Yeah, Mike's the only one. Was the only one. I got just laid. Let me see.
You don't have to. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
She had her face hid down there.
Oh,
So I pick him up and I'm like, listen.
Like me on
Yeah,
camera.
she actually was saying like in their view, we had
Did
a
you
cat.
hear anything before you froze?
did I hear anything before I froze? I'm still trying to come to terms with this whole freezing thing you're talking about. What do you on about?
Let's go over at your compatriots.
Trying to figure out what happened.
I think I'd walk up and tell them that we're a group of adventurers and that we're here to find.
Is it don't know?
This person. That when we got here, this entire courtyard area, everything has been frozen in time. For what we do not know why
Whole
or
castle,
how,
basically.
and we're give them backstory to kind of fill in a little bit of what's going on. That you were the very first goblin that we were able to unfreeze. If you tell us your friend's name, we can try and unfreeze them as well.
Oh, these bums. And he looks like he's about ready to tell you when he's like. He says, "Oh," he looks back at Pickle
You can have a kiss if you tell us the names.
He says, "Yeah, but
Tell me.
he says, yeah, but I might have more competition.
Just
would
tell us their names.
start
Do
just
you want me to throw you in
the other
Do
ones.
you want
I'm
me
gonna
to throw you
start.
in the
I'm gonna try to
mind room?
persuade him and say, "Hey, you don't have to clean up this whole castle by yourself."
He says, well, if I had some company, it might not be so bad.
While they're doing that,
She takes out her warhammer.
Oh, you're that kind of goblin. Yeah. So that's, and he just rattles off all their names.
All right. Then we'll go ahead and just.
Problem solved.
I put him down.
He says, you're too kind, your knightliness.
That's
Put him
gonna.
down.
But then
Lana
Valena
will unfreeze the rest of them.
All right, so Valena goes and she seems a little bit winded by the time she's done because she has to concentrate for a whole minute on each one. But after the last one, Spock unfreezes. She says, "Oh, well, I suppose that's my good deed for this morning."
All right. You
Thank
guys.
you. We can give them all the backstory at one time and
Right.
not
Yeah.
do it one at a time.
True.
Wait
That's
till
a
they're
good
all
idea.
frozen.
And ask all of them same thing. Anybody know anything, or you just freeze all of a sudden?
They all huddle and talk amongst themselves. A few times their heads pop out, and they're just kind of oogling. Pickle.
Pickle, please step outside.
Yeah, she's just gonna like perpetually hide behind who's the tallest?
Wilton.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
I just stare daggers at him.
She's just gonna like hide under your cloak or whatever it is you've got.
You're a persuasive person. She'll be like, "Hey, look, you tell us anything or help us out, and maybe we'll talk to her."
We'll give you a discount.
oh my God!
I just said talk to her, not.
Pickle, are you going to stand for that?
Who said that?
That was Venito.
Benito, you're being sold.
What? Okay, first she's gonna be like, "Hey, Vino, psst, psst, down here."
What? I was just kidding. Oh my gosh. Don't be so uptight.
That's funny.
And then I'll pat her on the head
Oh.
and kiss her forehead.
Wow.
How many fingers do you want to lose?
While they're doing all that, the cake.
Hi, Jinx.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
Like,
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
people-
whoa. No, I was gonna get the cake first.
No, I was gonna say everything's frozen in there, right?
You are correct.
Does the cake look like it's been molded, like it just with aged and mold and all that?
No, the cake looks like it's in pristine, perfectly preserved condition.
Okay, so I will get a slice of the cake.
I want one too.
All right. I'm getting
So as you guys are going in there,
they can continue to talk with the goblins.
Yeah, right.
as you guys
Just
go in there,
walks up.
Thinnings has sort of unrolled himself now and is kind of clinging to the walls, and he just sort of pokes his head. He says, "Oh dear, that was for Sibilna's birthday, which was quite some time ago. Yes, help yourself. That's fine."
Where's the liquor?
First, Thinnings, would take some cake too?
He says, "I would love some cake, actually."
Let's get some
Yes.
cake.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to hand him a slice of cake and say, "Oh, by the way, where's the liquor cabinet?"
Oh, the wine pantry is just through that door that's now about 50 feet up in the air.
Oh man.
Oh.
But
Yeah, so if you guys-
I can levitate.
If you guys are exploring,
Never could jump that high.
as you guys look around through the kitchen, you can see that one vine that's bust through the wall. It's from there you can actually see into that big giant beanstalk. You can see that the palace has been torn asunder there by the growth of the enormous beanstalk that's lifted one of its towers high into there. And the space beyond the open doorway is chucked with rubble and the thick roots that form the beanstalk's base.
So I'm really paying attention to this beanstalk. Can I see if it's growing or moving?
I was just about to ask Valena, can you tell if that's
alive.
alive or growing?
So Valena goes over there with you.
So she's a druid. So
She
Oh, okay.
as she walks past, seeing that you guys are ravaging
down
this
on cake.
this cake.
It's a big cake. She can have some too.
She sort of sticks a finger out and gets some icing and looking very dainty as she does. She says, "Oh, that's quite good," and she looks and says, "Oh my, that's that beanstalk has quite the girth to it, doesn't it? It's
Girthy.
wow, it's quite long and vigorous."
I was like, it feels pretty
You're
firm.
doing
too.
that on purpose, sir.
What?
Elena, can you tell if this thing is time locked?
She says, "No, I don't believe it is. It's it's
know what?
definitely alive and growing."
Well, maybe we should slow it down with a little fire.
It's not quickly. It's not like growing.
You don't
It's
want
growing like you
the tower to fall on us.
Oh, you also said that wouldn't happen.
Well, the wine
Well,
is up
it's
there.
being held in the air by the.
Yeah, but they could fall that.
That'd get the
A little
wine.
fire, you never know.
Or
Stewart!
That would get the wine closer.
Hey, Stewart!
Yeah.
I believe you were the one who picked this up earlier, but from within your pack, you hear a voice sort of whispering to you, saying, "Let me hew it.
Hew?
The axe?
Let me hew the vines."
Well, take a breath there, X.
Pull out the axe.
I mean, it could probably do the one that's in this area. Well, in here,
Yeah. See what
near the
happens
cake.
with a small
Yeah.
piece of
I
it.
have a
Oh,
feeling
y'all
that
done
this.
talking to the goblins?
Hey,
And do we
Can we
want
check
to
the other
unfreeze
rooms before we hew
We
the
want to
vines?
figure out the pixies' names and unfreeze any of them.
Oh, were the pixies frozen in here too?
Yes, there's 8
Yep.
pixies who are frozen in time.
Oh yeah,
We
we
can ask
probably
the
will.
And the
goblins
big
about
and the
that.
big rats.
The big rats don't appear. Well, I'm not sure if they're alive or not.
I think
They're
we're just gonna
trussed
leave the
up,
rats.
so it sounds like they're part of the meal.
Or unless they're
Yeah.
decorating topic, like
Yeah.
It might be that the
Decorations.
vines have something
I
to do
think
with the
probably
time.
a good idea to unfreeze the pixies if we can.
Okay.
ask the goblins, be like, hey, just be busy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
Well, probably ask.
Wait, no, we just ate the cake. We
What
should
is
not
the
do
name?
that.
Well,
Pixies are very temperamental. We just ate the cake that
we,
they're
we
working
got
on.
permission before we ate it.
No, not by them.
I say we leave the pixies
We'll
alone.
unfreeze the first pixie.
I think that-
leave,
Does anyone have a butterfly
pixies-
net? Or the-
Leave the
Pixies
pixies
are very
alone.
aggressive.
How are the pixies?
Yeah.
doing?
Guys, you're talking over the people on Discord. What were you guys saying?
Leave the pixies alone.
Leave the pixies alone.
Yes.
If I may, these vines, I'm thinking when I first came into this, and it was Bavlorna, I think. Okay, which was the first one? The withers.
Yeah, Bavlorna Blightstraw.
Okay. The axe wants to hew the vines. Vines are a gardener's enemy. Okay, depending upon the nature of them, and they seem to have had an issue with both the stag and the lion, right? I'm wondering if the vines have something to do with the time issue. Okay, because they're obviously tearing the castle apart, right? So is the axe kind of leaning me in that direction?
So were you saying this aloud and asking like Thinnings and the others about this, or are you asking me directly?
I'm asking everybody because this axe is telling me that it wants to hew these vines. And it just occurred to me that this might be part of the problem with the time.
So Thinnings responds and he says, "No, the beanstalk is a fairly recent." He says the beanstalk is a fairly recent development, actually. It happened sometime after the hags appeared and trapped Zybilna in the time stop.
That's what I wanted to hear. How did that happen? When did that happen? And
Well,
what do I say? How
so-
did it happen?
He says, "So I was away on business at the time when this magical phenomenon engulfed the Palace of Heart's Desire. But upon my return, that castle was still firmly rooted to this
Okay.
flying rock that the castle is perched upon.
So the axe
I
just wanted to do its job.
Well, you could always cut the vine around the cave, and if the pixies return to normal, we know that the vine is feeding off of time.
Something.
He's-
I don't know.
He says, I suppose it's worth a shot. I'm not about to stand in anyone's way.
I don't
Hey,
want to
Phineas,
pixies.
do you know if these
No,
pixies are
but-
going to be hostile if we unfreeze them?
He says, "You mean the pixies who are currently in the process of decorating Zabilna's birthday cake
That we're
Yes.
eating.
that you have decided to help yourselves to?"
So yeah, they would be hostile.
See, this
Hey,
is
you
why
got
we
some
don't
too.
touch other people's cake.
He says,
Yeah,
he says, tell. He sort of folds his hands together, pun intended, and he says, "Mr.
Benito.
Benito, are you well acquainted with the Fae, and pixies in particular?"
Yeah, a little bit.
He says,
They're all over the place.
I mean,
he
you
says,
said
he
dink.
says, yes, they are all over the place, and there's 8 of them in there, which means you roll the dice 8 times. So, I'm not sure how much of a gambler you are, how lucky you perceive yourself to be, but I don't
No,
like
we-
those odds
All
myself.
right, we can roll the dice.
So
Da-
if
da-
you,
da- da-
he says, if you decide to unfreeze any of the pixies, just let me collect my belongings and move them to someplace safer than hanging below a suspended tower.
You seem like a nervous little fella.
He says, well, yes, I've been hiding in this time-frozen castle from the League of Malevolence for, I've lost track of how long it's been.
The League of Malevolence is here?
Yes, the
Yeah,
League of
you
Malevolence
just-
is here. There have been a coven of hags here. There's a Jabberwock that's running amok.
Well, the hags are dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's wonderful. So now there's no one keeping the League of Malevolence in check. I'm sure that's a dramatic improvement over how things have been.
You have
Oh.
a talent for sure.
Damn.
Can I?
Who, me? No.
While they're
So we
discussing
got-
whether
we,
they
we could
want to
always
come-
just show up and say we're not the ones that ate the
Hey,
cake.
somebody.
I would like to go check the different
Yeah,
room.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah,
Stuart.
I want to check. I want to check the different rooms too.
Okay.
Okay.
Like everybody else is like doing. We're gonna check
Alright.
the rooms.
Move along.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we should mess with any of these vines in this room.
So,
right now.
which room did you guys want to check next?
Left, always left.
This one here?
I agree.
Yep.
Really?
Do-do-do.
No, it's not right. It's left.
Correct.
I'm a right hand rule guy.
I'm on the wrong floor.
This one.
Let's see. You started off going left. We started off going right.
Well, they say in Mongolia, if you start the journey on the right, it is lucky.
Okay, so we should go
I
right.
don't think you guys are in Mongolia.
No, but I mean, this started a year and a half ago.
I mean, it could be over Mongolia. Mongolia.
So hopefully
Yeah.
I'll start it right.
This is outer Mongolia.
Anita's eating cake. Don't let
Okay.
he's not even
Open the
paying
door.
attention.
Let's see, layer.
Open the door.
I'm listening very closely, making sure that nothing comes through like a
All
rate
right.
of water or turns. Or...
You open the door and find a long hallway.
No.
Do we hear
Okay.
anything walking down the hallway?
Um,
Running down the hallway.
you do not hear anything walking down the hallway. However, you do hear something coming from behind door number 2. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. You do hear something coming from behind door number 2. It sounds like somebody eating very loudly and possibly sobbing in between bites.
Oh. I'll go knock on the. I'll go open that door.
Okay,
Sobbing's good.
Sobbing's.
let's see.
It's
Where
not like they're eating ice cream.
did I put Benito on the map yet? I don't think I did.
He's somewhere, yeah. He's.
Is he on there? There's so many things.
You
Benito.
Oh my gosh.
I shall
put it-
consult Sun Tzu about going right.
All right. So, the token for this creature isn't necessarily correct, but
Not that big, I hope.
Probably not.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm in another hallway.
so let's see here. This is room number 18. Paintings of fey creatures and the mounted heads of majestic elk with golden horns decorate the walls of this dining hall. In the middle of the dining hall, a tall woman squats at the head of a table piled with food. The grease-stained tablecloth is tucked under the giant's chin, and she washes down each mouthful of food with a gulp from a barrel of beer. A tea cart in one corner of the banquet hall has an iron kettle and a tureen of steaming soup resting on doilies atop it. Let's see, that is, so that little cart with the soup on it steaming is right
So
here.
is it a giant
So that's gluttony.
That is a giant.
with a barrel of beer?
Barrel beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
And crying.
Yeah, she's like eating and kind of crying at the same time.
I speak giant, I believe.
You do, yes. As you and Veneto should both speak it since you're both from Malatista. That's what they speak in lieu of common there, because they believe themselves to be descended from Titans.
That's how that happened. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mind you, your character's from there. That's right. Let me pull up my notes on this chick.
Oh, Benito's a visitor.
So what? Now we double back and all of us go to the other room?
Do you guys want to come? I'm going to wave you guys on. Hey, guys, check this out. See if you
Voltan, what are
want
you
to
going to do?
So the giantess doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to go in and say hi. But
Friendly?
we wait on you?
Well, I'm going to follow Voltan wherever he goes.
All right.
I step over to the other hallway and tell them.
Yeah, Voltan was
He's
looking
off.
through the other door.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Voltan just saw a long-ass hallway. There is an opening on the left-hand side, like an archway here, and then the hallway ends up turning the corner at its terminus, and it goes to the west.
So I just tell
Give
them
a holler
that
for anything.
the other hall, like a room that we just looked into, has a giantess in there
Yeah.
drinking and crying. And
Yeah.
just inform
You
them.
You can
Be
also
like,
Horrible
I'm like-
setup.
make a
Tell them they got beer.
Veneto, you can also see that there's a balcony about I think it's about 30 feet overhead that runs the length of this long banquet hall. And you can see kind of through the balustrades of this marble balcony, it looks like a number of musical instruments that are up in this loft, one of which looks like it's a harpsichord.
Ooh.
A harpsichord or a harp?
A harpsichord.
Like, come on, guys. Come
Wow, okay.
on, guys, check this out.
Upon seeing the giantess crying over there, Vinny already talked to her, right? And she didn't respond?
She hasn't noticed
She
you
hasn't
yet.
noticed us yet. I was trying to get everybody to come this way before
She's
I go up to her
crying
and start
inside.
talking to her.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm right with you.
All right.
All right, so Stuart is not quite as quiet as Veneto is, and upon him entering the room, this sort of frumpy-looking giantess with like tangled black hair that's covering like her left eye, she just gives a sniff and looks up and and then she just kind of coughs and says, "Who are you? Here to bring me more food? Or are you here to poke fun?"
I'm here to bring you solace and lead you to a mate.
What?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yep.
There's another giant in the relative vicinity who is seeking a mate, and we came here to seek you out to make. Yeah.
She sort of glowers at you when you say this, and she's
saying this in giant. So.
Yeah, she does understand what you're saying, and she goes to stand up, and she's still got the tablecloth tucked in as a bib. And when she stands up, she sort of pulls the tablecloth off the entire table, and everything just like falls to the floor. And she says, "Oh, so clumsy."
It's all right.
And
You're upset. We understand.
She just grabs the tablecloth and just throws it against the wall, and like candelabras and utensils in place just go flying everywhere, and she just starts pacing back and forth at the end of the hall, and she kind of does this number with her hair, and when she does, you can see that she's lost her eye on the left side. And
Is the loss of your eye permanent, or is there something we can do to help you with that?
she says, I don't know. I don't know. She says, but I can't see out of it now. She says, the frog witch. She said she could give me what I want if I gave her my eye. But she reaches down and she picks up this. It almost looks like it's the size of a telephone pole. But she reaches down. She picks up this massive wooden rod and holds it up, and she like slams the butt of it down on the ground, and it like you can feel the stones of the castle reverberate beneath your feet. And she says, I gave Bad Lorda my eye, and all I got was this stupid rod.
We killed Bavlorna.
Did we see
You kill her?
Yeah. Did we get the eye from Bavlorna?
So she had a number of strange things taxidermied in her house. You remember that she had like a cat that had been taxidermied, which you believe Endelin had actually been looking for, possibly.
Right.
You're kind of Stuart's probably fortunate that he didn't get taxidermied, since she had turned him into a badger. Only his ferocity, I think, saved him, since she ended up having to polymorph him. There were a number of strange objects that you encountered in her house. I can't remember if you actually found a giant blue eye or not, though.
Okay.
However, we do know where a potential giant companion is that you could meet up with, and perhaps go to Bavlorna's place and look through there and see if you could find your eye. Right? Or does anybody here have the ability to do healing enough to restore an eye?
I don't know if it's strong enough to restore an eye.
It's
Give me
definitely higher.
You would have to give me a religion check. What's
the stick do?
You're
+2, but I don't know how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing that stick as well. But
so give me
religion check?
You guys
Unintended.
give me a perception check for those of you who are trying to make out what's up with that stick.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead with your religion check.
14.
So you know that a missing body part like that would require stronger magic than you have access to. It would require regeneration.
Yeah, regeneration.
Yeah.
15.
Right.
5.
So as you're looking at it, you notice that this large rod that she's made, it appears to be very well made. Like it's smooth and polished with metal finials on either end. But you also notice that at regular intervals along its length, there are markings, like notches that have been carved into it. And in between each of those notches, there are smaller hash marks that have been carved as well.
Okay. A measuring stick of some sort?
Yeah. So now what were you guys asking her?
That's a mortician's cane.
He says, mortician's crane?
Undertaker's staff.
I don't know about that.
They used I don't know. They used the markings to measure the size of the body for a coffin.
Measure?
Okay.
She holds it up and looks, and she says, I don't know why Bavlorda would give me this. I said I wanted to rule Prismere since Zabilna was gone, and I figure when I told her if I rule Prismere, maybe everyone would love me like they did Zabilna.
She tricked you. The thing she gave you is called a ruler. It's for measuring things. It's not. She gave you a way to measure Prismere.
What? Why would she do that? I trusted her.
She's a bitch.
She was a butthead.
She was a terrible person.
She's dead.
She says, bring her back. I'll kill her again. And she just says, "Oh!" and she just swings and she bashes apart like part of the balcony up above here, and you hear just a loud bling as she blows the harpsichord to pieces, and
So much for the harpsichord. Yeah.
bits and pieces of it like rain to the ground.
Well, let's sure stay out of that area. Stay away from
Yeah. So hey,
Oh.
can we give her general directions to how to leave the castle and go find her new bow?
You can. She seems like she's pretty up. She seems like she's pretty upset at the
All right,
moment.
so I'm
Only
going to try
get her
to
calm
persuade
down a
her
little
to calm
bit.
down.
Let her simmer down.
Okay,
And then
give me a
do-
persuasion check,
All right.
Benito.
That is 11. I think it's like a 8.
Do you speak giant?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like the native tongue of one of his two homelands.
You
I got an
see.
18 on persuasion to get her to calm down.
Okay.
Yeah, he has an 8, so I got a 19.
19 and 18. Okay, so the two of you guys together are like, hey, you know, and you, what do you say to calm her down?
You're still pretty without the eye.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her, you're very lovely, and we have somebody that will love you.
She says, but look at me, and she like pulls back her hair, and she says, I've only have one eye now, and like my people cast me out because I'm not athletic enough and no good at art, and like I'm sad, so I eat, but then I eat so much that I'm getting fat, and that makes me sad. So I eat, and she just starts. She's very up. She's kind of
See
spiraling.
if we can help you out, one thing at a time. Okay.
Anybody got some flowers
Cleric,
to give you?
Bunny, get
Well,
working
first
on
off,
that eye
It's a
spell.
digitation or to clean her up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're helping to clean her up, and let's see.
Is someone doing?
Pickle,
Do you
who
feel-
understands none of this, is like, why do you make her cry?
Do you feel?
It's cool. We're trying to help her.
Jacob, you're very quiet. I can't really make out what you're saying.
Can't hear you.
Oh my gosh. No. Nothing.
Nothing?
We're cleaning her up. Do we have anything that can make her like have a nice dress or nice clothes or anything like that?
Nothing of that
You
sort.
know?
I mean, the clothes that she's wearing, she's kind of garbed almost like she's used to being in the wilderness. So like it's not, her clothes aren't like super ratty looking like if she was a hill giant or something like that. They appear like that at one time they were decently well made. It's just that, you know, they've got a lot of wear and tear on them, and you can see when you look at them that like the knees in them are worn out. They've got a lot of scratches on it. She did mention that she's not athletic, but you're thinking she might actually be kind of clumsy.
Yeah, we figured that part out. But
Yeah.
We have
Well, we got her
anyone who
some-
knows enough magic to do prestidigitation and mending on the tablecloth to turn it into clothing?
I did prestidigitation. I don't
How
think
big
I
that
used-
tablecloth is.
It doesn't really work that way. I mean, you could use it to like clean up her outfit, but not
Yeah.
mending is its own separate
I don't have mending.
thing. I don't think
Okay.
anyone has mending as a cantrip.
Right.
Let me check
Well,
Valena's
you know what?
sheet.
Let's see what we can find around here that we can help you out with.
Lana can
You
put
know,
flowers in her hair.
right. So there's the
anybody
other
watch
room
Family
off to the
Guy?
right.
Yeah, so we'll
Is
do a
that-
couple of
Yeah, no one has mending, but Valena has druid craft, so she can make like flower circlets and whatnot. She says, I'm not sure if I can make one big enough for her head, but I can certainly try.
You can just put
Right.
little flowers in her hair here and there. Don't have to be big.
He says, oh.
Well, no. All right.
So,
So,
while you guys are talking amongst yourselves, the giant is just sort of like plops back down to the ground and is just like leaning against the wall, like just staring up at the ceiling, like shaking her head.
yeah.
And she's sort of musing. She's sort of musing to herself. She says, She says, "Oh," she says, "I'm all alone, and I don't think anybody could. I don't think anyone could like dub for Gale."
We have someone that. Oh,
Go ahead.
well, you speak giant. I can't talk to her. So never mind. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I was going to explain to herself to her again, try to persuade her to give him a try.
Hey, I speak giant.
And also,
Yeah, like half the party speaks giant.
yeah, and also, we do think that there's an eye over there, so we might be able to get our eye back. It would be okay.
Or-
If they heal her, it's still.
If we have the eye, can we give it back to her? Or no, I don't think we can do that.
We still have to do some sort of restoration thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so what we'll do is,
In the meantime, why don't we ask her to join us? And be like, you can be our friend.
yes. I like
He
that.
says, "Dub for Gale, so clumsy. I might smash you."
And I say, it's okay.
Yeah,
I have
we're pretty
this
durable.
lovely bottle of smoke and almost killed everyone in the party, and they still accepted me.
Why would
Come
you?
on.
Why would you do that?
I am clumsy too.
But you're small. You can't hurt anything.
You almost
I
got it
am,
all
but I'm
killed
pulling out my
in
mace.
a couple days.
Smash your big toe now.
No, I don't want to do that. That'd not be nice.
She says, "What is that?"
Say nothing. It's supposed to make me strong. Throw it away.
Does it work?
Oh, yes, very much so. I may be small, but I am skillful.
Hmm.
And
Aw.
giants don't know much about magic, do they? They're weak against magic normally.
No,
And-
you're not entirely sure, but
Okay, so
did any of you have like detect magic or anything up in here or anything like
No, I
that?
can do detect magic, yeah.
Giants are strong in gravity, so
you know, to show strength overall, you know, just using like a cantrip like light or something, and just make light glow.
So you conjure a mode of light
A little
And-
ball of light of
in your hand, and she kind of squints at it a little bit. She says, "I've been inside for so long. That seems very bright." She says, "Well, at least all of yous are nicer than the angry gnome man. He said I was stupid." And she picks up that like telephone pole sized stick, and she just like, and she moves around. He said, and then she just drops again. He said I was too stupid and I needed to play a tune for this to work. But I told him I'm no good at music. Then he mocked me and called me fat. So I sat him on him until he said sorry.
So you play
hang on a
music?
second. Don't we have a
We
bard?
don't really need tune, do.
I don't know. He said it had to be a tune.
Oh, tuned.
Music.
Yeah,
Do we
tuned.
have a bard, right?
A
I can play.
two.
We do not have a bard.
I will try to play something
Oh.
on my flute. Oh, I'll play
No,
something.
but
I'll play a little music.
I think. Do you?
So
I can
somebody,
play music.
someone give me an intelligence check.
Don't make me do
Alright,
it. I'm a
alright,
dum dum.
It's not me.
It's not music. She's not talking about music.
She's
It's
talking about
attuned. Attuned.
I don't know if
You
you're
are-
relating any of this to.
Yeah, I was
common.
thinking that too, but I don't.
Heck it, we ball.
Well, there's a whole bunch of musical instruments in
Nice.
the room.
Relating with magic.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be attuned to her.
Yes.
Is what it has to be.
Derp,
Yes.
derp.
Yeah.
That's what
Eight.
I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
not music.
I'm going to explain to her that it has to be.
I did better than you.
You
I
have to-
know you did.
Okay.
It's
Hey,
so
I'm just a
bad.
cook,
Okay,
you
so I'm
know.
going to explain all that attuning stuff to her.
So you explain the process of attuning to a magic item to dub for Gale, and she scratches her head, and she says, "So, not music, but something magic."
Think
Has
about it
to do-
real hard. Yeah.
Can we do it for her?
She says,
Focus on-
"But that would mean this would have to be magic to do that, though, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do
Maybe.
anything."
Because you have to
Not
attune
yet.
to it.
Focus on it.
She says, "That sounds like talking in circles."
Well,
Yeah, that,
Gotta
worry
hold
about
it
it.
and think about it for a while till it does something that it's supposed
look
to.
at count all
Are-
the little notches on it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
She says, I can't count that high.
I was gonna say.
She says,
Can you only
No,
count to
start
4?
over.
Just
You know?
think
She said-
about. I can't understand.
she says, no, I can count higher than 4, but I was not as smart as the others in my
All right.
clan.
I'm gonna go up to her and say, just hold the rod in your hands and look at it.
She says, will you help?
Yes, I will help.
Okay, so she picks up the rod in one hand and she picks up you in the other, and she's just sort of sitting and holding him to her heart like this. So you're currently in the middle of mounds of gray boobage.
Great giant.
This is what kindness
It's
gets
where
you.
he's always wanted to be.
Yeah.
It is.
Missing a few details, but yeah.
Does anybody
we
have
are way
hypnosis?
beyond details.
There's
Yeah.
double details.
Yeah, there's critters involved.
Triple
Do we have
Z.
Does anybody have hypnosis or anything of the kind?
Well, we're working
think
on
we
this.
need that.
How's this whole process going here?
So give me an Arcana check to assist her with attuning to this thing.
I think my Arcana was +3. Oh, damn it! Ah!
Use the math rocks.
Well, I got a 10.
10 plus
I think-
plus a 3, so that's a
I
13.
think it's a +3.
Is it close? Am I close to him? I'm assuming we're all in here now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody could use guidance on him if they wanted to.
Yes, it's a +3.
Well, I was
If anyone
gonna say,
wants-
Cleric.
But anyone that speaks giant can also try to
Can
help,
somebody
right?
give me
Or-
guidance? Wexley?
or assist.
Wexley?
Give him
Wexley?
advantage.
Wexley?
Yeah, hold on.
Wexley.
I don't know how to do guidance.
He's
Yes,
definitely playing
yes,
true
you
to
can say.
character.
All right, he said it. All right. So, oh, a
Wexley.
4.
All right, so it's a 17.
Yeah.
All right, it's pretty decent.
go.
So you kind of you don't have much
I think it's
that you can think about while you're buried in cleavage like this. So you're like this. She looks like she's made of stone, but it's not, this isn't too uncomfy up in here. You can still breathe mostly,
Okay.
and you can definitely hear her heart beating, and you're just kind of concentrating on that, kind of concentrating on the rod, possibly thinking of how you kind of wish you were the rod, but that you're out. May as well be because of where you're located right now. But you concentrate on it. You're helping her, and as you're doing this, you're sort of like intuiting what this thing can do, whether by detect magic or whatnot. And you sense that this actually is a fairly powerful magic item. It's got both conjuration and enchantment properties to it. And at the end of an hour, there's you sense like this sort of like resonance between her and the rod, and she says, "Oh," and she says, "Dubvergale understands now," and she holds you up and she just like puts the staff down and she holds you up and she says, thank you, little elf man," and she just gives you a she tries giving you a kiss, which is a little bit uncomfortably close, but and she just sets you down again, and tries to pat you on the head. Make a dexterity saving throw because she sets you down kind of not as gracefully as she could.
That's a 16 +2.
All right, so
Well,
you sort of have pins and needles in your legs from being like crushed in her cleavage for the last hour, but you managed to catch yourself from falling and recover without ending up on your keister. So let us take a break here for a bit,
Yeah.
and we will reconvene in a few minutes. All right, let us resume now.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are in the process of cheering up Dubvergale, and Venito just helped her attune to this telephone pole-sized staff, this rod that she was given by Bavlorna in exchange for her left eye.
What does it do?
Oh, yeah, so she's going to tell us.
He's about to.
Yeah. I think
So she gets to her feet and she says, I think I know how it worked now. And she holds it by one end and she closes her eyes real hard to concentrate and she starts to wobble as she's squinting her eyes.
I'll make sure to run
And,
away.
you mean.
and then she she opens her one eye again. She says, "Whoop," and she puts her foot out to keep herself from falling over. Thankfully, doesn't step on Venito. And she says, I don't think I actually have to close my eye, but she taps it near her feet, and then she is like whoop, whoop, and when she does that, her clothing transforms into a cloud of purple sparkles from foot to head, and her clothes transform, and she is now wearing looks like a frilly pink princess style prom dress.
Oh.
I have to ask her.
Oh, well,
Look
Venito,
at
tell her
that.
how pretty she is.
Yeah, I have to tell you.
I'll have to ask. I have to ask her. I'll look at Venita. Ask her. Does
Yeah.
she
Oh,
feel lonely?
Voltan can speak giant as well. He was raised in
Oh, can
Malatesta.
I? Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
I'll look at her and be like, "Do you feel bonita?"
He says, "Do I feel bonita?"
Yes.
He says-
"Do you feel bonita?"
He says, I feel like this is too fancy to walk around in."
Oh, it's perfect. You look gorgeous.
Do it again and imagine something more practical.
You look fabulous.
She says, "More practical." So she closes her eyes again and waves the stick in the air. I'd like those of you who are in the room to make dexterity saving throws as she knocks down as she accidentally hits one of the chandeliers.
Ian, okay. You know we've been watching for this.
Oh, nice.
17.
17
Yeah.
and 20.
That's right.
Dexterity.
Yeah,
I got a.
Okay.
I got a 20.
I think only the people who actually are able to speak giant were in the room. So
I need to like.
Yeah, I got
really-
20 I got
really
22.
Make
Yeah,
these good rolls.
okay, so
There you
so you guys managed to dodge out of the way as shards of crystal just go flying everywhere as she accidentally hits one of the chandeliers and blows it into a million pieces, and she says, "Oop!" But as she finishes, her clothes transform again, and now it looks like she's wearing sturdy boots, some kind of khaki tan breeches that are they kind of billow a bit near the hips, like equestrians would wear, and she's wearing like a kind of like an equestrian jacket as well, but it's kind of low cut in the front, and she's got like a fancy little hat that she's wearing with some absolutely gigantic feathers coming down the back.
Oh, you
Maybe an
look
iPad.
so gorgeous,
Yeah.
and I love the hat. The hat
Yeah.
does it well.
You
Right,
you know what they say about the hats.
I just give a little bit of a clap. I can't speak, but I just give
What did you
Sure.
say about the hat?
Tell me, what do they
I-
say about the hats?
No, I don't know. That's why I ask.
Hats are in style.
Yes.
That hat's
Yes.
always in style.
Hats are very in style, especially big feathers.
You're gonna
Very practical. Keeps the rain out of
You
your head.
you're
off
gonna
your
make
head.
that fellow giant that we told you about fall madly over heels for you.
Oh, well, I hope he doesn't hurt himself.
Yeah, he's gonna like this.
Oh,
So
please,
the rod,
don't.
the measuring on the rod is not for distance, it's for tailoring. It's a rod of tailoring.
Oh,
It's a ruler for tailoring. That's what it is.
I see now. She says, I think it does something. She says, I think it does something else too. And she concentrates again and holds it in both hands, and she just like bonks it on the floor. And suddenly, there's like a wave of energy that just emanates out from it in all directions, kind of like these pink tingling sparks. And as they wash over all of you guys, you guys all just feel your hearts go, buh, buh. And you're like, oh. I'd like all of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh shit, that's not good.
I think we're all about to fall in love with her.
2.
Everyone,
17.
Everyone, period.
Do you use my D20 for it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just make
Is it
sure.
everyone, period, or everyone in the room?
Everyone who's actually no, everyone.
Nat 20.
Man, we got
11.
Yeah.
What'd you
I got a
get?
17.
15. Okay. Stuart got a 17. You said.
There's
Yeah.
what was that again?
What did Voltan get?
Got a 21.
I got a 22. Wisdom's like my high. One of my
Okay. And
high things.
and Pickle.
Who made lower, guys? Are y'all near me? Because y'all can use
Yeah,
my
I have a +7, so. Okay.
Well,
But
you
still not
have
a
you
good
can
roll.
also. Well, no, you also have my
What's
I have
your bonus?
I have
Oh,
aura
what's-
protection, so +4 to it.
Oh, heck yeah.
I get a +4 to that too.
Yeah.
if
All right, so what's that?
Everybody gets +4 to it.
All right. So what's that bring you guys up to?
That gives me a 6. And do I still have guidance?
No,
no,
you-
that's
that
six.
doesn't work on things like this.
Well, I don't know.
So you got a
25.
all right.
15.
15?
I got
Plus
a-
4, I got a 19.
I got a
Okay, so
26.
I got 21.
okay, so Venito,
Oh, there's a +3 to that too.
Venito and Pickle. Valena got a nat 20 as well. So Venito and Pickle, you just feel like Pickle pulling on your
Jacket.
on your jacket, and she's just kind of pointing at her, and she's like, "That is the most beautifulest gal I think I've ever seen."
Ah, you're right. She's gorgeous.
She's like what the crap? She says, Dub for gal. All you needed was a little fixing up. You're gorgeous. Any guy would be lucky to have you.
And Benita's
All right.
a very big bow and agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and the two of you are like, and you concur with Pickle when she says this. She's like, what is there anything that you would like for us to do? We're here to serve.
Guys.
Yes, my dear, I'm here to serve you.
And Dub for gal just kind of blushes, and she says, "Oh, well, now make me self-conscious. Maybe you can show me on a map how to get to this giant man that you were telling me about."
Yep.
Stuart.
We can do that.
All right.
Yeah. So we give her directions to the last place we saw the dude, which is out on the way here. I think actually
It was.
Yeah. So I believe so. From the last place we went, did we not meet up with him? And I can't recall.
You met up with him. I'm trying to remember what his name
Do I
is.
understand anything that they're saying?
Yeah.
Not really.
I mean, Stuart.
Okay.
To us.
So
Okay.
I've actually got writing materials on me, right? So I can draw her a map. Okay.
I guess
I
I'm
turn around and tell you basically, he's gonna make a map so she goes finds the love of her life.
Yep.
We'll make sure she tells.
Put a big heart around the.
Because it was a promise we made
Of
to him.
course. This is going to be as cartoony as
We'll
we
tell him that,
Help.
yes.
So we need to pass that along to her.
Okay.
So maybe just give her a note that says.
That's a good
That's
idea.
a better idea, yeah.
But she
So-
might not remember what we say.
Yeah.
Well, can he read either?
If you
Well-
if you guys can speak
I'm
to
going to go you better. I'm going to write it in Giant and in Elvish and in Giant and Elvish on the back. Okay.
Those guys can read or write though.
I'm
fair
just
enough.
saying in case anyone else tries to help them, because they'll
True.
be holding up the map and they'll see the writing on the back of it.
That's a great
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
they'll
So
have the
I'm assuming that you guys tell her that the one that she's looking for is named Mudlump.
That's it.
That's
Did you figure that out? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
She says
Totally do
Mudlump's.
that.
She says Mudlump's a strange name, but well,
Good guy.
is he?
He likes
Okay.
bees.
Could be the name of
He
the
likes-
husband.
He likes bees. Wait.
Yeah.
Does
He's a
that mean
beekeeper.
Oh, he sounds like a very sweet man.
There you go.
He makes it.
Sweet as Tupelo
Very,
hum.
very-
Oh yeah, he makes his own beer too. Honey mead.
Mm-hmm.
He said she quickly takes the map from Stuart. She says, "Okay, thank you, I love you, bye bye."
Yeah.
And she
Bye.
I mean, she left
She-
her beer, right?
Yes.
yeah, she left her beer. So she
One beer.
she goes and she
There's a
opens
barrel.
up. She opens up this door here, and she sort of squeezes. She sort of squeezes through this door here onto a patio, and she just jumps over the side of the castle, grabs one of the tendrils from the beanstalk, and just sort of like tries to swing, and then she just realizes, uh-oh, and you hear the whole castle, you hear the whole palace shudder. She just sort of slams face first into the foundation, and she says, "I'm okay."
You got it. You got it. Just slow down a little bit. You'll get it.
Oh, okay. And you just feel this
Yeah,
this
I don't
doom
know.
doom 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 as she just like runs off.
All right, I'm filling up some glasses. I'm filling up some that wine to go. I don't want.
We've done our good deed for the day.
You
Okay,
have.
can we-
I'm getting some wine. I'm getting the wine.
All right, so
I want to
All right,
go.
so you walk over there. As you do, you can see that balcony that she went out on. It's it's bathed in twilight out there, but it's a marble terrace with a stunning view of the mountains, forests, swamps, and the shimmering horizons of Prismere. And spaced about the balcony are, some tables that are still draped in their white tablecloths with chairs around them. The ones in the middle sort of got crushed by your clumsy giantess friend when she made her exit.
Anything of value out here?
Value tablecloths. Sure.
I mean, we could sit down and have a glass of wine, have some cake, have some hot soup.
So you notice one thing
Good
that
idea.
you notice is
Your eyes time locked anyway.
one thing that you notice as you because you've got a tankard in your hand and you're sort of taking in the view out there, you notice that in this corner over here is it looks like it's a tea cart that's just sort of like huddled up over in the corner and shaking, and it's got like a teapot and some utensils on it that are like hiding behind it, and they look terrified. And when they see you emerge from the door, they you hear one of them pipe up and say, "Is the giant gone?"
Yes, it's like Beauty and the Beast kind of a thing, like the
I'm looking
animated.
Yes.
Potentially.
Yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
giant is gone.
Yes.
This is. Oh, thank goodness. She was. We were worried that she was going to eat us. Her appetite was ravenous.
Don't worry, she will not eat you. She is gone.
Oh, thank
She's-
goodness. Our travail is at an end.
Excellent. Would you like some wine?
This is, oh, yes, please, fill me up.
Well, it's a tea kettle, so just dump it in.
What are your names? Who are you?
Well, the teacup says, "Well, I'm Chip."
Chip.
And the teacup
Mrs.
says,
Potts, then.
I'm Mrs. Potts.
Oh,
Well, nice to meet you, Mrs. Potts and
Yes.
teacup. Chip.
Chip.
Person thing.
Aaron left too soon.
Yeah.
Aaron left too soon.
Next
Sorry, Aaron. Sorry.
So when you make a character, like just for kicks and giggles, put it in like the general or what the character chat, like Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Oh yeah.
You shall see it. And be like,
It just what it should be like what?
That would
Yeah.
be hilarious.
So are you?
So while they're doing that, can I look in this other room?
Yeah, the
That's
Beauty
up
and the
above.
Beast animated movie, Disney movie.
What is it? I couldn't think of the name of the movie at all. I was like,
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just blinked, yeah.
Took me a second to remember the name.
Okay.
Yes. Well, while you're standing here, the cart, the tea cart collects itself, and from behind you, you hear another cart come rolling up.
Soup.
The one with the soup cart.
Oh,
Um,
soup. Good.
It rolls up and and it says, I am Demitas, your head waiter. I believe a light supper of tea and soup is in order for our saviors.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, right.
Sounds good.
He says,
Yeah, absolutely.
he says, please take a seat, Mrs. Potts, if you would assist.
Wait a second. What kind of soup?
Do we really have time for this?
He
That's what I was
says-
telling
Who doesn't
everybody
have time
else.
for tea?
Beanstalk soup.
Yeah,
They say,
stuff.
what? Oh yes, lentil soup.
I like lentil soup.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds lovely.
Yes, we're serving lentil soup with a red wine base.
Excellent. We
Oh,
saw
now
all
I'm
that.
hungry.
So they start ladling out something and says, "Well, we're quite grateful for you and your timely intervention. We are concerned that stone giant, dim though she was, might have eaten the rest of us up in her great sorrow binge."
So what's your deal?
Oh.
Are you transformed from people, or you always been?
Transformed from people? No. Zabilna, she has certain contingent spells that tick into operation at certain times. We are animated and
Enchanted.
Yes.
well, enchantment is a different school of magic, but we are animated and possessed a certain level of intellect with which to carry out our duties.
Let's see.
All right. Very nice.
So,
We get a
Short rest?
Yeah, so you guys gain a short rest.
Yep.
I wasn't keeping track anyway.
And anyone who partakes of their repast also gains 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh, nice. Sweet.
I could use. That's good.
What
Temp.
does it go?
Is it
He's-
tip block?
And as he's serving you, he says, my good sir, I believe Venito was the name that you gave earlier. He says you are quite a skilled negotiator and a sharp dresser.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Temporary hit points last until a long rest or short rest?
I think they last until they go away.
Oh, okay.
Demitas also appears to be impressed with the Witchlight monarch who graces us. And he says, "Oh well, I do so like your crown and those golden pixie wings that you have on your back." And when he says that, Pickle says, "Pixie wings? What are you talking about?" He says, "Oh yes, they're not quite. They're somewhat ethereal, I believe, is the term that one uses in the prime material. But yes, you can manifest pixie wings as the Witchlight monarch, should you need to flutter about. In any event, they're quite lovely."
Sunny beaches.
He can fly.
Pickle can fly. Pickle can fly.
Yes.
Piccolo.
He's a flying pickle.
oh my
Of the
gosh.
The flying pickle.
We're gonna have a reminder of that next time.
Great.
Oh, you didn't know that one.
Like, gotta watch it.
Hey.
Yeah.
By the way, I give Mr. Demitas there a little pinch of dill weed and say, "Here, try this in the lentil soup."
Oh, that has a wonderful aroma. Yes, I think that's quite good. He stirs it into himself. He says, help yourself. Anyone care for some more?"
I'm good.
No, we must be going.
He says,
Yes.
He says, "Well,
Start
before you go, I have some words of the goings on about the palace here." He says, there is the nasty bearded man with a terrible disposition who watches over the palace. He had been feeding the giantess ever since she invaded the palace a few days ago. I believe he was trying to keep her at bay after she very nearly squashed him with her posterior.
Is that a gnome? A bearded
No.
man or gnome?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's no gnome at all. Although I suppose to someone of her height, we all look quite similar.
Dwarf?
But no, I believe I believe his name was Kellic. He claimed to be the master of some League of Malevolence or some
There we
such.
Alex?
It's quite self-important.
Maybe we should give him a longer just kill him now.
Yeah.
Should have kept the stone giant and had her
No.
sit on him.
Oh well.
Yeah.
He says, if you haven't already, you might seek out Thinnings. He knows a bit more about the goings-on of the palace
Finish.
than I
Yeah.
do, but
Several
he's...
times.
Yes, he's... Oh, have you? He is slow to trust others. He's, it's kind of curious how someone like that would end up in the position of Major Domo. He says, but I can give you a few pointers on how to interact with him.
Domo Arigato?
He says, no, I have a small poem that I worked up that tickled his fancy. Slip underneath the doorway, then fold and disappear. That's where you'll be hiding whenever I am near. But I have something for you, a thing you don't yet know. I'll tell you my great secret, if only you will show. You see, Thinnings loves secrets. He loves to learn things that he does not yet know. He says, tell him a good secret or an interesting fact, and I'm sure he'll warm up to you right away.
Cool.
All right.
I got one.
We can tell them the difference between crocodiles and alligators.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, right.
That'd be a very good one.
So he's someone that understands that secrets can be used as weapons.
I don't know that he's necessarily the fighting sort, but I'm sure he might appreciate the power of knowledge.
Political weapons.
Benito will memorize. Can Benito memorize that poem?
Give me an intelligence check.
Damn it.
Do it.
19.
Yeah, you're able to commit it to memory.
All right, cool.
You've had just the right amount of wine to be in a creative mood without being in a stupid mood.
Oh, he needs more wine.
Yeah.
No, Benito, we may need your help at some point.
How heavy are you?
Pretty light.
Yeah.
We can carry. You're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Good work.
Pickle could definitely carry it.
Just whenever we need you to recite that.
Well,
I'll drag him.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And if anybody's got like anything harder than this, that'd be great.
So,
I got fireball.
Not the guy working.
Get
Use
it.
a rock.
Ah.
Angel rock.
so I ask everyone, do we
How
want to
can't smoke
continue
that? It's the wrong kind of
No, I
rock.
think
return to the hall or go back to the...
I think we should go talk to Thinnings now. Tell him
Is it the wrong kind of rock?
We don't know where
What
he's
kind of
at.
rock is this?
He was up here with us in the next to the tree thingy.
Was it? Yeah, the folding guy.
Yeah, the paper thing you
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I made a note of his name earlier.
Thank you. Yes.
Mr. Thinnings.
Nah, just Thinnings.
Notes are good.
He does have a high chancellor part of master
Hey.
everything.
Major Domo.
Thank you.
What's in the other door?
So if he's major domo.
Oh, the door to the north?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Ah, yes, that is the hallway that leads to the ballroom.
Ooh. That's where.
wine.
Go.
He says,
So
I
she
would.
is.
He says, I would caution you, however, that is one of the areas favored by the Jabberwock that has come to roost in this nest, I suppose you might say, since Zabilna's unfortunate mishap with the
Does it have a key?
chronological order.
Can the Jabberwock fit through doorways?
It is quite lithe.
Does it have a
would-
keyhole?
Pardon?
Does it have a keyhole? The door?
No, we don't lock the dining
We can
hall.
open the door, take the
Do
box
you
right there
happen
and
to
drop
know
back.
Zabilna's name?
But
Zabilna's name? Why,
Name. So that we can unfreeze her with.
the Queen of Prismere? I'm not sure what you're getting at.
I think
True name.
I think Zabilna is her true name.
Would she use her true name? Because, well,
Why not?
wouldn't true names give you power over things?
Well, what's his? Well,
I don't
what's
know.
it? Oh gosh, what is his name? I just lost it. My train of thought.
Thinnings?
Things.
Thinnings.
Well-
Thinnings does like secrets, so maybe he would know her.
Possibly.
Her
Well, the
actual.
other-
We did the little goblins and stuff.
We did
Itchy
use-
and stuff like that with their real name.
Exactly,
So,
yes.
True.
Yeah. I say we go.
I'm down to go back to Thinnings. That's my
Yeah.
But sure. Yeah.
Go innings first, and then explore more.
Yep.
Well,
Now that we know where that door goes to.
How much is
so-
power?
Right,
We need to
yes.
gain as much as possible.
Before we go, does that fella know anything else about the Jabberwock we might need to know to,
Any
or
weaknesses?
anything we could help defeat it?
You know what? And
He says, I don't really get out of the dining hall too much. I've been to the ballroom a few times to serve hors d'oeuvres and wine, but I do know that the Jabberwock loves to drink wine out of Zabilna's cauldron. But obviously no one's been able to refill it in some time. But I believe it still holds a special fondness, sort of like a lost puppy who keeps waiting on its master's return.
Thank you. And Finney's things that
Benito's standing there looking at that great big wine barrel, looks inside. I don't think we have enough here for him and me.
Yes.
Well, yeah, okay, you're not the priority, Benito. What if we find barrel of wine, cauldron, poison?
Yes,
Well, you
that's
want
what we
to
just
poison
said too.
or something to make him go to sleep?
Just like Baldur's Gate 3, poison the wine.
There you go.
Maybe.
All right, let's see. Do I have any
Works in
poison?
Rome.
Anybody have any poison on them?
No, I left the poison at home.
I do have the sundry mushrooms.
Vial book vial.
Ooh, I've got a potion of shrink.
Oh my gosh. We shrink him down.
Kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
I got a shrinking potion.
What'd you say? You had a potion of what?
What's a vial
Tell me,
book?
Jabberwock.
A vial of what?
Vial book vial.
Vowel book. Yeah, this is vowel book vowel.
V-I-L-E
V-I-L-E.
book V-I-A-L.
Veil?
No, V-I-A-L.
So
You're thinking V-E-I-L.
Yeah.
It's
vial.
vial. V-I-L-E book V-I-A-L.
Vial book of vials?
Vial book vial.
So
don't
Emmett
know.
did say that his character's sheet was kind of a mess. My best guess is maybe it's a book with a false interior that's got vials stored in it of questionable substances. But
It could be. I don't know.
I do not
Didn't we
know.
find one when we got rid
We
of
got that out of somebody's
whatever.
library.
that library or whatever? He found that book of
Yeah.
vials you gave him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
That's what that-
I do
right?
like the
yeah.
shrinking potion. I feel like that would be kind
Is there any
of
poison in there?
Yeah, so
know.
I think it is a book that contains like vials of questionable substances.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we could just, yeah.
Just
I was about to
Oh,
say.
actually, no. What it was is the book had a vial of some substance inserted in the spine, because you know how an old time
Yeah,
book
yeah.
it's got that sort of
Yeah,
gap between
yep.
it.
Correct.
There was a glass vial in there, so that if you open up the book without disarming it, the glass vial would slip free and break, and you're not sure what.
So just throw the book at him.
So put the book in the.
We're going to put the shrink potion in the wine and put it in the cauldron when it's not there. And hopefully shrink.
Yeah.
Also-
And Benito's gonna drink it and shrink.
Right.
Also,
It's okay.
I've got a set of 5 thimbles depicting various poisons. Where did the hell did that come from? Am I remember where
That was one of the little charm things we got, but it didn't do anything on its own, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Like I have the
not
fog's
remember
eye.
that.
Old
Hey,
eye.
what's up?
One thing, a small flying target is harder to hit than a big flying target.
Well, if,
Okay.
You have fireball.
Small is
If
not
you
always
shrink-
better.
if you shrink it down, does its stats shrink down with it?
We don't know.
You don't know.
All right.
Its armor class would go up by probably 2 to 4.
We
Right?
don't know.
I mean, take it from a soldier. A small target's harder to hit. Okay.
You're a soldier, but you're not a DM.
Yeah, he's DM before.
Played DM before?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a sergeant. My character is a sergeant. I'm a sergeant. I'm telling you.
Ball of fire. Just
Goodness gracious.
There's so many possibilities. They're all fire related.
All right. So,
So many fire related.
can anybody
Yeah.
like?
We need a fire
I
control
think a
team.
small Jabberwock would be cute though.
Then
I'm gonna
make
go
it
through
a
some
pet.
fire, some stuff.
We can make it a pet.
Make it,
Yes.
Like what?
You would
There's
probably gain surprise for like a round.
There's two chandeliers that are still up.
Well, I guess I could do vanishing misty step, so I go invisible, and then I could poke my head in there and see if anything's in there.
It probably could. It probably could sense you though. Do you really want to poke your head in there by yourself?
I'm sure it's heard the racket we've made.
Why don't we talk to?
All right, we're gonna talk to Thinnings. Maybe Thinnings know where the Jabberwock is.
Yeah, I was gonna say why don't we get more information before we just go? Hey, let's go to the Jabberwock.
Where's the cauldron?
Out on the patio in the ballroom. It's sleeping.
Yeah, so we'll have to provide cover. Get those potion in, supposedly, in the cauldron of wine. Of strength. So
in the
maybe,
ballroom.
maybe
But
not.
also, it's not filled up yet, so I have to fill it up with wine.
Yeah,
And but
this giant thing.
Don't drink it all.
And we got to keep everybody else out.
the hell up, then.
All right, so where are you guys headed to next?
Thinnings.
Thinnings? Okay.
Thanks.
All right, Thinnings it is. So you go back, and Thinnings is in the kitchen, kind of fretting over the fact that the damn cake is eating. He's got some spatulas and whatnot. He's trying to repair it, and seeing you guys walk back in, he just tosses them and just like starts like rolling himself up again to
I'm going to repeat the poem.
Look, first, I don't know. A little bit of cake.
he says,
My God.
He says, as if my life wasn't hard enough. Oh, what? And you're reciting poetry, Adam?
So the poem that he gave us.
He says, oh, I see you've been talking with Demitas.
Yes, and you love secrets. Interesting facts too.
He says,
Yeah,
he says, what have you heard?
Do you like interesting facts also?
Well, I've been known to exhibit some curiosity, I suppose.
Did you?
Hit him with a crocodile thing.
Yes. Do you know the difference between crocodiles and alligators?
Says, one is freshwater, one is saltwater?
Yes. And? Do you know how to tell the difference by looking at them?
I do not.
An alligator has a round snout, and a crocodile has a pointy snout.
Interesting. Okay.
Alligators crocodiles can be saltwater and freshwater.
Curious.
Yeah. And do we have any good secrets?
Yeah.
We already told him we already killed.
Hold on, we can barely hear you. Well done.
The secret to wrestling a crocodile is that you can hold its mouth shut easily because it can't open easily. It chomps down hard. So you grab its snout and hold it together and you can drown it. There's your secret.
Interesting. So I could fold myself into a ribbon and tie its snout shut.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, if I ever happen to encounter such a beastie, that might prove useful.
Same thing works on dragons. Maybe even Jabberwocks.
It says, oh, the Jabberwock. That vile beast. I don't know what... Zybilna has her quirks, as I'm sure you well know if she is your patron. But, that thing has made such a mess of it ever since such a mess of the palace ever since it's arrived. I don't know what she was thinking.
Is there any way to tell when it's here and when it's gone?
He says, well, there's the burbling for one. It makes a horrendous sound. Also, if you notice things starting to catch on fire, that's another good indicator.
So is the Jabberwock here now, or is it out?
He says, I believe I heard it not too long ago, maybe within the last half hour.
Oh, okay. Is there anything that usually will draw it away that you can think of?
Well, it didn't seem to like Zybilna's other oversized pet over much back when it was still mobile. But Bloody Beak seems to be stuck in time, just like aught else around here.
The Bloody Beak? What is the Bloody Beak?
You know Bloody Beak's true name.
We know Bloody.
The Great Owl. He's in the aviary in the northeast chamber.
So if we
Will
were
he
to-
listen to anybody but Savelna?
He says, well, you could perhaps take him a treat. And he motions to the cart with the 3 trussed up rats. He says, this is his preferred food.
I'm going to pick up the wraps and put them in Stewart's backpack.
And we know that true names typically are just what their name is
Yeah.
right now.
So we can.
And we've got the unicorn.
The bloody beak.
We can unfreeze them.
Yeah. Which way to Bloody Beak?
Curious, is Savelna's name actually Savelna, or is it different?
He says, well, I think I don't think Zybilna is her true name. No, I think her true name is actually Igwilv.
Igwilv.
Oh my
Can I do an
goodness.
insight check on him and see if he's not BSing us?
Yeah, I was
Go ahead.
wondering
Yeah,
the
you can
same
go ahead.
thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not
Do a
me.
player knowledge check.
Insight. That's
14.
15.
That's the highest one over here. Any
Are we
pluses?
doing an insight?
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
rolled 11.
See,
I got plus
bullshit.
4.
Make sure that's
We
the
got a
true
15.
name.
That's the best we got.
All right. So he seems like he's more comfortable around you. He's no longer rolled up. He looks like he's properly inflated, even though he still looks pretty thin. He looks like he's
All right.
being genuine. You can see that he's wearing a butler's suit with like long black tails and a very frilly neckline on his outfit. He's got little white gloves on his hands. But yeah, it seems like he's being sincere. He's certainly more at ease around
Okay,
you
so
guys. That's for
what
sure.
was the name again?
Igwilv,
Igwil.
the legendary witch
Igwilv.
queen.
Igwil, the legendary witch
Did
queen.
you, anybody read the poem thing riddle to?
Yeah.
I read it.
he
Yeah,
did.
I repeated it. I knew. See, I did a roll, so Benito would remember because I know.
Yeah, I remember that part. But I didn't remember if you already did it or not.
He says, and he gestures to he gestures politely in Valena's direction. He says, the League of Malevolence has been canvassing Prismia for a unicorn horn because Kellic, their leader, seeks to free his nemesis Ringelrun, so that he can steal his staff of power.
We found a unicorn horn and we gave it back to its owner.
No, we have.
No, we still keep it.
No, that's the
You
one
can-
that
that's true.
Valena can manifest.
Oh, is that it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So he says, my dear Ladrin, I would be careful around whom you manifest your horn, because if Kellic sees that, he may very well attempt to seize your boon for himself.
No.
And I would hate to see that happen to so lovely a creature as you.
Okay, so
We need a protector.
I'm sorry.
Be secretive.
The arch nemesis was, what was his name again?
I believe that the mad sorcerer was going on about Ringelrun, so I presume his name must be Ringelrun.
And is Ringelrun in the palace, or is he?
Oh
somewhere?
yes, he is. Zybilna had recruited the adventuring group known as Valor's Call to aid her in some of her endeavors, and that was when and in the midst of her dealings, her parley with them, that's when the hags enacted their gambit and froze time.
So Ringelrun. We find Ringelrun. Got Zybilna's true name,
What do you think?
and we want to go.
So those
Bloody
people that are in the that are near what is it? Bloodtooth, bloody
Bloody Beak.
bloody beak.
We got to know
Are
his
they
one,
are
too.
they the adventures you're talking about?
We haven't seen Bloody Beak yet.
No.
Bloody Beak's
Oh, I
just-
thought Bloody Beak was down there. That's what I thought in the thing.
Bloody Beak's in the northwest,
Northeast.
northeast, and the nemesis of the Jabberwock.
Yeah, so we want to
I
free that.
swore that was him.
We have the rats.
Time to charge the door.
No, we can't go this way.
We don't know if he's still there.
We think he's there
I mean,
because
we can listen once we get close because
You hear the trickling.
Burbling,
yeah,
okay.
this
Chortling.
Thinnings was
Burbling.
like the burbling is very loud and
okay,
something you could definitely hear.
all right.
But I was gone like I said, like 30 minutes ago or something.
Yeah. So we go back to the door and see if we hear.
Burbling.
All right, so you're going back up to this door here.
Yes.
Or maybe
That'll
try
be-
to circle.
Yeah, trying to
Rabbit ears.
Same.
Yeah.
Passive perception.
Perceptions.
Mine's
All right.
17
Not me.
passive.
Mine's 15.
I'm on edge. So
Oh yeah.
All right, so you guys listen at the door for a while, and you don't hear anything suspect at the moment.
Nice.
All right, I'm charging through.
Oh, hang on.
Just kidding.
Can I try to like slide a hand or whatever and just crack the door and quietly and
Sure. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Stay awake.
18?
18. All right, you very carefully crack open the door and have a look, and you can see that there is a long hallway here.
Oh, great. We must have time for a hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Jabberwock's not even there.
I
You
stealth out into the
Stealth. He's
hallway.
gonna stealth.
okay? Give me a stealth check.
But we'll check here. We'll he's going. Hey, don't want to put my arm
Fine,
outside.
okay,
You're like,
fine,
no, you're
fine.
not. Oh, no.
Stealth check.
Yes.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can cast guidance on you. Go for it.
I'm gonna try to go up to.
Nine plus 9
Oh,
Oh, keep it on the table.
plus 2. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Oh.
And Pip, go ahead and give me stealth as well.
Stealth for you as well. Right? You're coming with me.
Oh yeah.
26.
Damn. All right. So you guys stealth your way out into the hallway, and you don't feel like the two of you have been observed yet. You can see that there is another passageway. Keep in mind these are 10-foot squares on here, not 5-foot. There's another passageway that leads to the north here, and then there's a total of 3 doors at the western end of the hallway.
I'm gonna come to the corner and just kind of peep down.
Okay. Down to the corner, and you can see that there's it ends at a wall with a mirror looking out into the twilight zone,
it's a damn maze.
and there is a door, a set of double doors on the east wall of this long corridor.
Northeast, right?
It ends in a mirror looking in the. Okay.
Well, it ends in a window. Did I say mirror?
Yeah, it should mirror.
He said mirror.
All right.
Words are hard.
So we
He meant window.
going down the hallway, listening, make sure we don't hear anything.
But
It is perfectly quiet down this hallway, other than the sound of your friends arguing over who's
Me as well?
No.
over who's going where.
I was going to, but y'all went ahead without me.
No,
It was
you get.
me.
No, you
Me,
stealth
Pip.
out.
Yeah.
You two are stealth.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
two.
so the only thing that Zalric and Pip hear is the quiet sounds of your friends arguing about who's going out into the hallway next.
Can I go out now?
So can
Stay
I?
right here. Wait,
Come on.
no.
Can I?
Look, I'll just go out and blast
stealthily
fireball
open this door.
immediately.
You can. So upon opening the door, you look inside.
Bloody beat.
At your tool.
Huh?
Nothing. Hold up, just making some notes here.
Well, too bad. The bag of rats is not with y'all.
He's frozen. We've done nothing yet.
It is true.
So you can come and get us, and we'll
Yes.
bring the rats.
Wait, then why are we stealthing around? Everybody's frozen.
I don't know why. I
There's a
said come
Jabberwock
on.
somewhere in my
Yeah,
tree in
but
here.
we
but
can hear that one.
Yeah, but
That's
we've listened and we haven't heard it.
Our passive perceptions is rabbits.
Yeah, one. It's not for.
All right.
My actual perception was pretty good too.
Can we just assume they're going to let us know so we can come up there?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, they came back, let us know, we're going to go and meet them there.
All right.
Likewise.
So we'll say that the whole party is sticking together because that's what parties do in labyrinthine mazes.
Yeah.
I'm going the other way.
Um,
I'm a split party.
Too late.
You
Too
know,
late.
typical.
Just to make it more difficult for him.
Pretty much.
So yeah, you can see that an enormous owl stands perfectly still in the middle of this room, its wings partially outstretched. A wall of iron bars stretching from floor to ceiling forms a protective barrier around the chamber's entrance, keeping visitors separated from the owl. The wall across from the double door has a 20-foot wide circular opening sealed with hinged semicircular windows in wrought iron frames, and the marbled floor is littered with the bones of giant rats.
Okay, hold on.
How close is he to the bars? Is Lena going to be able to touch him with her horn?
So
without
this
So
going
he's
in?
This is a barrier,
it's a,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
this is like a cage to protect people. So it's it's at least 5 feet.
So
Okay, so she's going to have to go
So her
in.
horn wouldn't be able to touch it from there.
No, her horn's only about like that
Right.
long, and the bars are too close together for her to stick her head through.
So we can't get through
Is
it.
there a gate?
Yeah, is there a way to open it?
Like a doorway or what?
She says, well, I could wild shape into something that could slip between the bars, such as a serpent or such.
And some of us can
Misty
step and be there as well.
That is true.
Hold on. Why are we trying to resurrect the owl that's going to try and kill us?
No, the
Oh.
owl is the enemy of
We need to
the
use for an ally.
Jabberwock.
Oh, okay.
Jet.
That's right.
But, well, hold on. Can the owl get out?
Right? You got to open
No,
the
you said there was a.
But he got in there somehow.
Wait,
so
does
he-
anyone have
No,
good
no,
animal
yes.
handling?
But can he open the gate by himself?
Someone needs to have good animal handling.
I thought he said it.
Valena's good at animal
open.
handling.
It's an
She's-
aviary.
Okay.
Did
Look
he say
at
it was
the
open?
opposite
There's
wall.
the 20-foot.
No, there's like
hole.
there's like a circular barn door on the east wall over here.
So
Well, can
can
you
you
open it? Is the thing is it locked?
So when we try to
You don't know
befriend,
from here.
so we need Valena to try and befriend the animal. by
Is he?
giving-
He is frozen though, right?
Yeah.
He is frozen in
And I
time.
have
So we can explore all this without waking him.
All right.
good animal. handling.
Unfreeze him, open the door, tell him to go get the Jabberwock.
Hold on. Why don't we open the door first?
Because the Jabberwock can come in and kill him.
And I also have beast sense and speak with animals.
So,
And so does with Valena.
Valena can go ahead and take the rats, so we can put the rats in Valena's inventory. So while
She's
she's
ready. Yeah.
Well, why don't we just move
No.
him closer to
Look on
the
a map.
gate or to the bars so she can touch him through the bars?
Can we move him? That's a good
He's a
question.
very big.
He's like this. He's like the size of a school bus. Good luck.
No. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Pickle could do it.
I don't
Pickle
think
and
so.
Stuart together.
Yeah, Pickle and
I mean,
Stuart can
yeah.
I
do
mean,
it.
you.
No.
I don't think so.
Risk of injury.
The DM is not going to be that kind.
So one thing that you guys have noticed, like the people who are frozen in time, like the orc lady and the halfling that you had encountered back at the pavilion, like you guys are kind of curious. So when you poke them, you notice that their skin, like they weren't soft to the touch. Like they appeared completely immovable, like almost like they were petrified. But unlike a statue, they could not be moved at all.
Okay.
Like
They're
there were
literally frozen.
there were a few
Immovable
times.
rod.
Yeah, there were a few times where like you ran into a lightning bug and it's like dunk. It's like, ow, that hurt.
Okay.
So go in, give her the rats, or release the thing. Give the rats. Animal handling. A whole bunch of talking to animals. All good.
Yeah.
Hope you don't die.
Hope you don't die. All spells fireball.
Yeah. Let's say we give it a try.
Um,
Or do you want to go explore a little bit more and come back?
well, I want to know if this door is locked or not.
Might as well go run and unlock it. It's not.
Yeah, we don't have to open it, but we need to make sure it's unlocked. Well, is it a door
Can
like
we?
Bird would be able to open and get in and out of on its own?
I mean, it looks like it's sized for it. It's a giant, like
It's a
20-foot wide circular door.
Okay.
So if you were able to
Yeah.
open it somehow, then it would definitely be able to get in and out.
No. I think he's more asking, can the owl open it?
Like, if the owl were awakened and alive, would it just be able to open the door and go in and out on its own?
I guess
Does
it's
Like
have
a
a
dog,
rope
like a
attached.
doggy door, you mean?
Yeah.
probably
Or is he
not.
A
locked
giant
in?
bird out.
Give me a moment to read here. Just a
Is he
moment.
locked? Well, the question is the owl locked in?
Right.
Probably. That would be my guess.
That's
Well, I
By the way-
So
Yeah.
I
trying
can misty step in there and try to open the door,
yeah. So can I, and so can
and then we can,
Benito.
and then we could stay in there to keep her safe, and then
He's
misty
staying in
step
there.
out. Well, no. What I'm saying is we could place the rats like
Okay.
ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy, because he's facing the door anyway.
Right.
It's not facing us, so we could literally lead the rats to the door, and then have the door open.
Right. And I can go ahead and cast Speak with Animals prior to awakening him, so I'm ready to talk to him.
Did the druid do stone shape?
Do
I
what?
don't know. Can she
the
do
druid do
stone
any
shape?
sort of stone shape?
Oh, she
Oh,
needs
no,
stone
no.
shape.
So she doesn't die when
Get rid of, make a hole in the wall around the bar,
Oh.
Stone bullet.
What was that?
or
Stone bullet.
just make it the bars collapse.
Okay.
But she can go in as a snake or something and then change back.
Yeah.
And we can
She
all
doesn't need to
misty
do that.
step. I'll
So,
misty
Can't go,
so-
can't go in to help.
Yeah.
So the bars,
Oh,
the bars are like most of you can't squeeze through the bars. Pickle could probably squeeze through the bars because she's a lot smaller than you. Wexley could also probably squeeze through the bars if you
No, can't.
if you
You
really
can.
want.
So Pit probably could too. Or is-
No,
what's
he's
the-
a bit too. He's a bit too
through the
big.
bars.
Okay.
Big
All right.
fun.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
do we know the true name of the owl?
Yes, we do. Bloody beak.
We think so.
Bloody Beak.
Well,
Yes.
Thinning's called it Bloody Beak. You're not sure if that's its true name or not.
Let's give it a try.
All right. So Valena
Dang it.
shapes. That's Darnell to you.
Hmm.
But Valena shapeshifts into a snake, slithers through the bars, regains her true form, summons the unicorn horn,
Don't
and
forget the rats.
Wait, and before that, Valton was gonna go check the door to make sure.
Yeah, I misty step in there with her. I go to the door because the bloody beak's frozen. I check the door to see if it can open.
so you can see no way to open these doors.
Oh. Well, shit.
Huh.
Are they
Which
magically
door?
locked?
They, it's possible that they're magically locked.
Okay.
Now,
Which
did
doors?
I'm trying to think if any of you got anything that can open these.
Which doors?
The big ones, the big 20-foot ones.
I don't think they're flammable from what I'm reading.
Dang it!
Can I investigate or try to determine? Can
I think they
anyone
do a
detect
wisdom, like an
magic?
insight check.
Bloody beak
But-
may know how to open them.
That'd be an Arcana check to see if it was magic.
Hopefully we just don't get eaten in the process.
Doesn't
of
Benito
this
have
inside.
detect magic?
What?
Don't you detect magic?
Yes, I do have to take
Yeah,
it.
that's
so
the best
can you
Arcana.
do the ritual before we do all this and see if the door is magically
Caleb.
locked?
You have +5 on your Arcana.
Probably.
Yeah.
So we have time right now.
Sorry, Pip.
Instead of casting using a spell slot, you could do the ritual to
Yeah,
determine
like-
if the
It's
doors
up
are
to
He's
locked.
you.
gonna detect magic first.
Okay.
Sure, I'll do detect magic. Why
But he
not?
only has like 3.
I got jingle jingle
No,
spells.
detect magic is gonna see if the doors are magical.
Yeah,
maybe
you use
this
your
is a
Arcana check,
crown. Hey, maybe this
No,
is a
detect
crown.
magic is a spell.
Okay,
Or ritual.
Valena's about halfway through her meditation on the owl. What are you guys doing?
Maybe this is a crown thing.
But now you're gonna have to do it as a spell. You don't have time to do it as a
Okay,
ritual.
forget it. Let her just go ahead. He may know.
I'm gonna hide and ready in action for.
I'm placing as you know, as I'm going up to the door, I place the rats like it was going towards the door.
Okay.
And I do speak with animals on myself to be ready to speak with Bloody Beak.
Okay.
I drink more wine.
And then
Good.
What's his name? Mike has something to say.
All right, what were you saying, Mike?
Maybe maybe it has to do something with the crowns and the door locks. Okay.
Maybe.
Just thinking.
But we're too far away for that to be effective and timely.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. That's gonna make it kind of weird. So if you guys is there detect magic? But if it turns out not to be magic, we're gonna have to rethink.
We're not doing magic right now. We don't have time.
Glenn is already.
So I mean, we could assume that he had his detect magic up already because he can keep it up for long periods of time.
Yeah.
So you, as she's doing that, get him to stop drinking wine for long enough to cast his arcane vision over towards the door, and you're like, oh yeah, there's like a wizard lock on that.
Oh shoot!
You undo
Can
it.
we tell her to stop before she finishes the ritual?
Just go knock her over. I fit through the bars. I go push her over. Stop it.
So okay. So give me an athletics check.
No, it's not good. Oh, 11.
11. She's a complete pusher. So so she's down there just kind of like zenning out and whatnot. And suddenly she goes, ah! And she manages to catch herself, but she turns and says, Wexley, what forever is the matter?
It's like, stop it! We can't let the owl out. We might die. Just wait.
She says, oh, but it's such a beautiful creature. I hate to see it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
The door is locked.
The door's locked. We can't open it. And we don't know, even if with my speak with animals, if it will be docile or just attack us.
She says, oh, well, I'd hate for it to remain trapped in here and know that. And
we will fix this as soon as possible so we don't all die. Now, come on, let's all do this as a team.
She says, oh, well, very well. And she just pats its feathers, and then she's wild shapes into a snake again, slithers back out through the bars, and she says, I'm not sure how many more times I can do that today, but
yeah, as soon as I misty step out of here, that I'm done for that too.
Okay.
And
you can stay there if you want to.
And
that is no.
So Pip, you are able to remind them that if push comes to shove, you do have all of your charges on the portal wand for the day still.
Can you use the portal wand so we can have our misty steps?
Yeah,
I guess.
I just thought
thanks.
Yeah, because using the portal wand would save 2 charges of her wild shape, several charges of misty step.
Yeah, I'd
That'd be a good
have
use.
one left, which might come in quite handy.
Well, we can take a long rest in here.
By the way, Mr.
We're
Dan,
gonna take a long rest now.
Just hang out with
here and take a long rest in here.
Let me tell you, it smells absolutely wonderful in the aviary. Absolutely wonderful with all the dead bones and owl droppings.
I can put vegetation and shit.
Mike,
if time is frozen, the smell is not there either, right?
True.
You might think so. You might think so.
you know, I have a hard stop at 11 o'clock your time.
Okay, so we got another 36 minutes.
All right, you guys want to do some more stealthy reconnaissance?
in all fairness, I'm
No.
rest of call today, but obviously we can go. Yeah.
Well, you guys,
I'm good to 11.
I'm good to 11.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go a little bit longer then.
Do some reconnaissance for you stealthies.
Yeah. We can do some more recon.
All right, so where would you guys like to head?
I'm going there.
Yeah, these 3 doors down this way. I mean,
Well, remember that Jabberwocky might be coming back at any time.
But okay, so
Are you guys stealthing, or are you just going as a big old group that's arguing about what to do?
I will stealth.
No. I'm going back into the dining room.
So I can actually be far enough in front of them to hear without leaning here and then.
Okay, so that checks out because your character, Wexley, did go and explore the whole last castle we were in while everyone else was standing around rehearsing lines for a play.
Voltaire and Stewart are going to go back to the dining room and be quiet until we.
Okay, so Voltan and Stewart are in the dining room.
Right.
All right, so let me see where everyone else is. So let me just put you all on the map in your respective spots. Where's Zalric?
Zalric and Pip are kind of.
I'll be going with Valena, which she'll probably go back to the dining room.
Well, Pip
Put me right at the door of the dining room. I'll be peeking out with my wand.
I'm more worried about Valena getting killed.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's true. That's
all right, Wexley's going to come. Will come with me. Sure. Stealth and we'll.
I guess
Okay, so-
Pickle would be with
I don't
us.
think he can stealth.
Oh.
Not really.
So
But
Stuart's up near the door. Voltan, Valena, and Pip and Pickle are all in there as well. Zalric and Wexley.
Yeah, I'm going on. My passive perception is pretty high, and I'm pretty quick. So
I'll be down here, and I got my detect magic up still.
All right, so you're down in the intersection.
No.
In the
dining room.
Yeah.
He's in
Oh, in the dining room. Okay.
And my detect magic is still up. Do I see anything?
Let me take a look here.
Any goodies? Any valuables? Where's the goodies?
Any alcohol?
Any alcohol? Magic
Any
alcohol?
magic alcohol?
We get that.
my
Benito's
passive
passed out.
perception's high enough that I should be able to pick up anything
Any meth rocks?
without having to roll. You know, because my rolls are not.
The
going.
smell of confidence is very similar to the smell of death.
Never happened.
Yeah, that's
Oh, well, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that in my head as soon as you said
I
that.
can only count to 4.
So you don't. So you notice
only
that the
count to
wreckage.
4?
You notice that the wreckage of that harpsichord has lingering traces of magic that are fading from its destruction.
Bullshit.
And obviously the animated cart, Demitas, along with its wares and foods on it, Demitas is magical as well. The chandeliers don't appear to be enchanted. Nothing else in here really looks like it was enchanted or anything. You give it a pretty good sweep. So the small bun and the goth elf proceed down this hallway until they find themselves amidst 3 doors.
And any do we hear any burbling or noises or chatter or talk?
So you can hear some noises resounding through the westernmost door, but it sounds like it's fairly far away.
Yeah, I'm gonna
like
go
it's
to that door.
echoing.
The north door?
Yeah, no.
What? You just gonna go through?
Yeah,
I was gonna just.
I gotta get in there eventually.
All right, so Wexley
Just chill.
just opens up the door
Bingo.
and looks
Oh
through.
my god.
And let's see, 24. Let's see.
Zilric runs back down and goes into the dining room and shuts the door. No.
Go for it.
Are they? What he sees in there? Are they frozen?
Oh no.
Of course not. It's the
There's an old man that's up there,
people.
guys.
The League of Malevolence.
League of Malevolence, yeah.
Yeah.
Found it.
Mhm.
Okay, so you look through here and you see quite a number of people. It looks like this was at one point. It looks like this. It was at one point like a finally appointed states room, like a suite with like beds and dressers and seating areas and what. But it has been completely demolished. Like the wall over here has been knocked down. The wall over here has been knocked down. The windows in the wall up here, most of them are cracked to hell, and there's like deep claw marks on the floor and ceiling, and everything else in here. Like there's like footprints on the ceiling of just like claw marks, like somebody's just like crawling along the ceiling, like a
that's where it is.
gigantic bug. And you see numerous people that appear to be frozen in time all over the place.
Frozen time, okay.
Let me see if I can identify what they look like to you. So over here, there's a whole bunch of goblins over here who are frozen in time. Some of whom look like they have wings on them. Up here, you can spy what looks like an old man who looks like he's like just surprised, and he's like holding up a staff in front of himself as if to like ward off a blow.
Wow.
It's probably the arch enemy, whatever his name was.
It looks like, as you poke your head out a little bit further, it looks like he was at a big round table with numerous chairs around it. Over here, what the hell is this thing?
So it looks like a
pixie?
lady or a pixie.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
it's a pixie that's frozen in
Well,
time.
before anything else, I step back out and go and say, "Hey guys, there's something in this room. There's a whole bunch of people that are frozen, and it looks like the claw marks. I found where the giant bird thing that I can't remember the name of is.
Jabberwocky.
That thingy.
All right, so then I'll
That way that now they all know. It's like, hey, there's something else in here. I haven't seen a whole bunch, but there's.
All right, so Wexley
goblins
ran
and-
back here and told him, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
That way that
And
y'all
I did
can-
not go in. Yeah.
All right, then
I mean,
will
I peeked
move.
in, but I didn't enter.
You
the
didn't go
room.
in at all.
Wait, did anybody see him?
Right.
All right, so yeah, I'll trot on up there.
I mean, I
Did
have to.
anybody see him?
No, we did not see the Jabberwock.
Everyone's
No. Did
frozen in the
anybody
room.
see you when you came in?
No, everybody's frozen. At least that I've seen thus far. There could be someone that's not frozen, obviously.
But we were not told that we were perceived by anyone, so.
I didn't ask either.
Well,
You were not informed.
yes.
Yes, I was not informed. But I was like, hey, look, I found something interesting. I should tell the team.
All right, let's go.
We need to keep an ear out, make sure we don't hear anything returning.
All right, so is everyone
What'd you say?
sticking together while you go up there?
I'd say yes.
Sure.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I'm going back.
Buns, keep your ears up.
Hold on now. Wait. Weren't we supposed to open this door for the wait? We're just going full ham hog on this.
But
Weren't
Well,
we
we're
supposed
trying
to
to
try
figure
to
out
open
who-
this door?
we're
Which
trying to
door?
figure out who could open the door. Right now, we have no idea how to open it. It's a wizard spell.
It's what I say now. We'll
Yeah,
probably
but
need-
wasn't she a wizard? Couldn't you just put the crown on another person and it opens up a different door and then there you go?
Oh, those doors weren't locked that way.
No, we didn't say. I'm assuming that this door we need to put the crown.
So,
I agree with
so
that.
this door, you notice that this door here to the south, it has a bronze placard above the door that has that is engraved with the symbol of a deer's head with mighty antlers on it.
So the stag.
So this door
It's unlocked.
right here has that symbol on it.
If that door.
Did we notice if this one had a stag or the?
No, this is the
owl?
first. This is the first one you've come across that has such a placard above it.
And
Okay.
I'm thinking that's all the interior doors. of how
Okay,
to
so
get
this
around
is
in the
probably
castle.
not. Okay.
Cool.
We might just need to ask the owl if he knows how to open the freaking door.
But he's trapped in here, and that's for a reason. So I would not think he's the one.
I mean, it could be a
spelled
bat,
the door.
you know, one of those things like.
No, the owl is the enemy of the Jabberwock, right?
Yeah, we know that, but it could be a pet.
Your rival.
Yeah,
They
right.
both were the villainous pets at some point, and then it got superseded by the Jabberwock and then locked up.
Yeah, so
Same.
I just
Remember, the Jabberwock is actually the agent of the bad guy who put this villain to sleep. Okay,
Correct. Yes.
But I think
because
if
the Jabberwock is still up and about.
No, the
Right.
Jabberwock was the villainous pet also.
Yeah,
that's-
but I have a feeling it was a double agent, as it were.
But yeah, I do think if we talk to the
You don't know. I mean, you're free to make your
let's
own
go ahead
conjectures
and do what we're doing, but
or
I think at some point
conspiracies.
we'll need to go
Yeah,
back.
why don't
to the owl.
why don't we
The owl
get the
knows
owl awake and functioning before we go all ham hog on.
Because we
Yeah.
didn't want the owl to still be trapped and unable to get out and awake.
We gotta unlock that door, the 20-foot door.
Because
So
on
he
top
can
of that, if the owl starts making noise, then the other people may know that it's been awoken.
Mhm.
As much as
And
we
Va-
talking, yeah.
And Valena also chimes in. She says, well, right now, the owl is at least safe and isn't apt to starve since it's frozen in time.
Right.
But if we can't figure out how to open the door, and I unparalyze it, then if enough time passes, it'll become starving and ravenous, and potentially even starve to death. And I wouldn't wish that on such a beautiful creature.
Okay.
Or at least be dangerous.
Yeah, I
So
think
we
need
gotta
to
figure out how to unwizard lock that door for the owl
Yes.
and not be messing with the Jabberwock yet.
All right. But this is the Jabberwock. Can we find the bowl?
The bowl that put to
Oh,
put
but
wine in.
also we
You
have
mean the
the
cauldron?
cauldron, yeah. The
Alden's out in the yard.
No, the cauldron that the Jabberwock drinks out of is supposed to be in this room, and that's
with him.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just peeked your head through one of the doors.
Can't make let you know.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Back in order.
you got two more doors here. There's a door in the west wall, and then there's this door in the south wall that has the heart's head engraved on a bronze plaque above it.
open the door.
I think we need
Let's
to
use
look
that one.
for doors that have the stag on it, because if we have to move the crown at some point, we need to know what
Okay.
we've passed by
Yes,
Yep.
open the door.
before we
Yep.
change
All right,
it
so-
around.
So this door is unlocked. So you're going to open that up.
Yep.
And you have a look inside, and let's see what we see here.
Oh, shit. All right.
Let's
Hopefully that's
see.
frozen as well.
We'll find out. I'm just making a note of which rooms you guys have been to.
That room matches my background.
He does, yeah.
The walls of this room are lined with square compartments holding bundles of rolled paper scrolls. In the middle of the room, an elderly dwarf in gray robes, with spectacles resting on the tips of his bulbous nose, sits perfectly still behind a writing desk facing the door. The dwarf's quill is dipped halfway into an ink pot, and his bloodshot eyes are fixed on a sheet of parchment in front of him.
All right. This may be. So we've seen this person that's like a scribe or whatever with a quill. We saw the person defending over there.
Is he moving?
We would need to get their names from thinning if we were going to do anything to revive
Well,
them or figure out more.
We think the guy over here is that one wizard that she brought in from the adventuring party.
I mean, we can
Rumble
try.
Snout or something.
Well, we can try, and if we can't,
But Rumbles.
whatever his name was, the enemy of.
The nemesis of the.
Ringwald. Something, yeah.
Yeah. So we can try the name and see if we can unfreeze him. If it doesn't unfreeze him, it doesn't unfreeze him.
But he was a friend of Sibilna, right?
Yeah,
he was
he was a
against
friend
the League of Malevolence.
That's right.
All right, we don't want to unfreeze any enemies or.
Right. But if
any
it's not
enemies.
the right guy, it's not going to unfreeze him.
Right.
So
Or
you
even
see,
if he is, even if he unfreeze enemy, we just kick his ass.
but we're not going to unfreeze
Well,
him because
I don't
Because
know.
we have one person, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a lot.
Yes, unless the Jabberwock comes back in the middle of a battle.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything interesting in this room?
Got,
Is there a
200
name? Is
some
there a
hit
name
points.
plate
So,
on
we
the
can't leave.
scribe's
Like,
desk?
it's like, okay, we're gonna go out the door. Like if it comes in and okay, there's a giant room. Cool. Let's go.
I'm having a look.
You can't fit through the door. We can.
The Jabberwock?
Jabberwock
Yeah.
is life.
It's life. It can change.
It-
That's what
It's skinny and worm-like and can get in all kinds of places very easily.
But as long as we listen and we know it's not coming back, yes, we can try to go.
You know, we're already rolling. We're running like hell.
And we need.
So you don't. He doesn't have a name plaque or anything like that on his desk, but it looks like he's. It looks like he's a scribe of sorts. So if you want to investigate the room,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for a letter
A good
that might this
investigation.
time have written with his name on it.
Well, what is the letter that he's writing on?
Mm-hmm.
That he's doing
So-
now. Does it have his name on it?
I got a 17.
so you go looking throughout the room, and you
Got a dirty
do
20.
find.
Nice.
You do find some other correspondence between him and various personages of Prismere. There's letters between there's correspondence between him and some of the hags.
Oh.
There's correspondence between him and
Illumination.
rulers of some of the other Feywild domains, such as Queen Lancerella of Shirel, which is where Zalric and Valenna and Pip hail from.
Well, that would give us his name then. What's his name?
He would sign them with his name, but can I read the correspondence between him and the hags? Were they on friendly terms, or was it just business?
You cannot read those. They appear to be written in a script that you do not understand.
I'll take a look at it and see if it's something I understand.
You do understand it. It's written in Infernal,
Okay.
which you woke up after being revivified by Skyla and realized that you could now understand. So, as a matter of fact, the letter in front of him you read, and it says, "Dear Rotten Ethel, you have requested access to ancient rituals handed down by Baba Yaga herself. Rituals that can be used to fulfill bargains. I regret to inform you that Igwilv is unwilling to share her knowledge of these rituals with you at this time. Your coven has much work to do to earn her favor. Until then, she wishes you well in your dark dealings with Mort." And at that point, it looks like this guy's quill ran dry before he could finish writing whatever word that was. So it just ends with Mort.
Can I take a look at some of the other documents and see if it has his name on any of the other documents?
Yeah, so you look through some of the other documents in the room as the others help direct you to in your kind of wine-addled state, and you're able to make out the signature on those as Kalamanzaros.
That's not the other guy, so this is a different guy.
I know.
Kalamanzaros is his
But we
name.
can still awaken him. And
Yeah, we can wake him up.
information
Yeah.
Are there any other correspondences between the hags?
But none of the correspondence with the hags come up. They're on friendly terms.
This guy will be used.
They were not on friendly. You gather from reading over some of the stuff that they were
Any
not on
valuables
friendly
in here?
terms. Mm,
Any detect
Don't
magic?
steal things from him. Let's wake him up.
Well, that stuff was stolen when we got here.
Right.
Any
No,
valuables
no,
in
no,
here?
no.
So
no.
your
Just big
detect
pockets.
magic is still
Okay.
you're still going. You notice that on this guy's person, there is a magic item on their person hidden within the folds of their robes. It looks like it's a bit sort of about this big, maybe about that thick.
On his person.
So are the robes
Take it,
also
at
frozen in
least
time
take
so
it,
they
look
can't
at it, you
move?
can always put it
Correct.
Oh yeah. I'm taking a look at it. See what I
back. Yeah, because you can always
You
put it back.
can't take it
It's-
out. It's in
It's
his
immovable.
robes.
It's immovable.
His
He's-
robes
Oh,
are
that's right. It's
immovable.
Everything's
movable.
immovable.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. Yes, I can check it out. See what it is.
So
Alright,
before he
Anna's
does that, though, I'll
possibly
smack
already
his hand.
touching him to
We can wake him up and find
wake
out.
him
All
up.
right, let's wake him up. See what
So,
he's
so the
doing.
paladin
You gotta head in
smacks
there.
Vanita's hand. Stop
Get
it.
in your boots. Are you just happy to see me?
Like,
Yeah.
go away.
All right, so so you guys, Valena concentrates on it, and it's saying his name at the end, and he unfreezes and finishes writing the word mortals. At which point he stops, sets his pen down, and looks up and says, "What are you doing in my office?"
Rescuing you.
Rescuing you. You've been frozen in time for quite a while.
By 3 hags.
He says, "Frozen in time. What are you going on about?" And he looks up at you, looks down, and he rubs the ink on the page. He says, "This is quite dry." He dips his pen in the inkwell, and he picks it up, tips it over. He says, "This is very curious."
You told us about what you read about the hags and stuff. Conversed with the letters you were reading.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm saying, the letters you were writing to the hags and the
Yes.
stuff they were requesting, they've imprisoned Zabilna.
Is that what's going on here?
Part of it.
And
yes.
we subsequently killed the hags, so now we're trying to figure out how to unfreeze the Vilna, but we
So
have a Jabberwock to deal with.
Wait, so you took out the Hourglass Coven is what you're telling me without first finding out how to undo what they've wrought.
Oh
We
no,
know how to
I don't
undo
think we know how to undo it.
But wait, I'm here talking, and you said that I was frozen in time too, and
Yes,
she
we
has a
have
unicorn's horn.
Yes.
Oh, so that's what they did.
Yep.
Yes, so that is one of the functions of Igwilv's cauldron. It can do that. Yes, that is a thing.
And
Unfortunate.
Can it undo that in one shot?
One shot, you say? Well, if you happen to possess either... Well, no, she probably wouldn't appreciate me telling you that.
if
Your
you're-
best
Probably
bet...
would, considering she's
Your
frozen.
best bet... Tut, tut, tut. She says, your best bet would be to find and free Zabilna, as she goes for, as she prefers to be called now. Free Zabilna, from this curse in the same way in which you freed myself, and she can undo the rest herself. Of that I'm quite confident.
That's on our to-do list.
Yes, but the
Oh,
legal.
Good.
Where?
Then if that's all, I have some stock taking to do.
It's not all. The League of Malevolence is also taking over the palace, and they have.
He says, those hacks? Really?
Yes, and they have a
Yeah.
Jabberwock regarding some of the area, so we're having to be very careful how we make our way here, and we don't know where Zabilna's
He
at.
says, I assure you, the Jabberwock would not bow to the likes of them. It'd be more
Oh, it
inclined
is.
to eat them than heed their beck and call.
So how do we befriend the
Definitely
Jabberwock
listening to him.
hacking us?
This would be Zabilna, I suppose. She's the only one who's ever been able to tame that beast.
What about Bloody Beak?
Bloody Beak?
He's frozen too.
The two of them would fight like tomcats.
So
Do you happen to know how to unlock the bloody big door?
I don't, but I know who does.
and
I'm certain that Zabilna's familiar, Igric, would know the word.
They're familiar.
Yes.
Not important.
so
Big Rick. That would
Bloody
do it?
Beak and Jabberwock are both pets of Zabilna's.
Oh, yes, they have been for some time. Bloody Beak was none too amused when the Jabberwock made its way into her good graces.
Can you tell us more about Egric?
Oh, yes, he's a small creature, a quasit, I believe your kind calls him.
Okay.
All right.
And by the way, he is
Closet,
speaking to, he is conversing with you primarily in Infernal.
Okay.
And you do notice that even though he looks like a dwarf, his eyes kind of flicker with flames, and the sclera, the white of his eyes, is actually like a glossy black color.
Okay. So do I know what he is exactly?
I think.
Give me an Arcana check.
That's a +3. Oh, 22.
You do not think that he is a dwarf. You think that his appearance is probably some sort of a glamour or an illusion of some sort.
Oh, okay. Okay. But he's probably a...
All right.
Oh,
Zabilna, getting her unfrozen, paramount.
Yeah,
And she should
yeah,
be...
but
do you have any idea of where in the castle and what direction we should go to try to find her?
To find her familiar?
To
Yes.
find Zabilna.
yes,
Oh,
her familiar too.
Zabilna, I would imagine you could try calling upon her at her chamber door, I suppose. She might, depending upon what time of the day. Well, you wouldn't know what time of day it was when I was frozen, and unlike in your world, the time here does not seem to change.
Yes.
But my best guess would be to either check her chambers, check the throne room, potentially the study to see if she is entertaining any other visitors, perhaps the ballroom, working over
Basically
her
anywhere.
her cauldron. Those are all locations that she spends a great deal of time
Well, the
in.
ballroom's across the hall, and it's been completely destroyed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, she may...
And
They wanted us to
everyone's-
go wait in the parlor. I wonder if she's in there.
So can you
Oh,
tell
you
us?
met the pixies.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, they're quite adorable, aren't they?
Yes.
So doting.
Can you?
He just kind of rolls his eyes.
What
Can you
about
keep
what
the
a,
direction
what
of
about
the
her
throne room?
familiar?
He says, "Yes, the throne room. If you go into the ballroom and exit through the south, through the lion-locked door, you will find that on the opposite side of the invisible bridge is the throne room.
How do we cross the invisible
Good thing I
bridge?
went on the roof.
Walk
Very
over it?
carefully.
Yes. Is there any
What
way to
about-
make it invisible?
What about the familiar? He's asking.
No.
Where's
What about the familiar?
The familiar Igric.
Yes.
He could be anywhere, frankly. He must have been far enough away from the cauldron when the time freeze took effect that he wasn't affected, but I wonder where he would be now. Perhaps someplace lofty, or maybe in the gardens. It's hard to say. But
We need to go unlock the blind door.
he is somewhat mischievous. So if there's something amiss within the palace, something uncanny that has transpired since it was frozen in time, that might be a good avenue of investigation.
Tree.
What does he look like?
No,
Closet.
he's a quasit, so he's a short fellow, shorter than your goblin there, about half her height, I would say, and a tenth her mass.
Yes.
You should probably be careful.
Pardon?
Nothing.
He's speaking infernal. Don't worry about it.
Keep going.
Yeah, so he's just kind of waving his hand in Pickle's direction, and you can tell he's trying to dumb things down to talk with people of your intellect.
It was appreciated.
Yes. He says, yes, probably a tenth her mass. Wings, like a miniature devil, a miniature demon.
So you're saying he looks like a closet?
That is what I told you a few minutes ago. I understand you've had quite a bit of wine.
Yeah.
I can smell it.
By the way, I feel like I've seen you before.
Really? Where?
Yes, except your ears are considerably more pointed.
I've always been an elf. Or a half elf.
Curious. The version... Well, yes, your hair's somewhat different in color and texture.
Where do you think you saw me?
No, in the ballroom. In the ballroom, you were quite a skilled dancer. Zybilna herself was impressed.
Well, this is true.
Well,
maybe we'll go check out the ballroom and see
he says,
if there's a doppelganger of me.
He says your manner of attire, your garments are quite a bit more conservative than I'm accustomed to. However,
well, this is more for adventuring and less for partying.
Yes. Well, you might not have quite as many lines on your face.
So the other me is older?
Somewhat, perhaps. It's you humans and your elk. It's hard to say with you. You have such short lives, like mayflies.
Oh, so the other me is an elf, a human rather.
Yes, that is what I was getting at.
Oh, possibly that's my long lost father there.
No.
Surely he can't be alive. I'm sure he's fine.
Well, I suppose there's no way of knowing how long this time stop has been in effect, relative to the passage of time in your preferred plane of existence.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go check out the ballroom.
That, and then at some point we need to go remove the crown and put it on the envy.
And figure out the wizard lock. What did he say about the wizard lock again? He said it was a word.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, we gotta get through the other door. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna check out the ballroom.
I'm probably go home.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
All right. So it's pretty much 11 o'clock. We're within a couple minutes of 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good stopping point. So he's indicated that you might find the familiar in some place that's had some mischief occur since the whole time stop thing occurred.
Like where that tree is, or the vine.
The beanstalk is certainly a possibility. So that might be worth investigating.
And somebody's been eating the cake.
Someone has been eating the cake. I don't know what sort of scoundrel would eat someone else's birthday cake before they got to see it, but yeah.
And go, guys.
Definitely the closet.
Yeah.
Adios.
See you guys.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good session. I'm pleased with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Preston and Caleb, I'm glad that you guys were able to fill in a pinch. It was nice having you.
Of course.
There didn't no blasting of any
No
kind.
blasting.
Aye.
Well, I mean, there was some violence that took place in here, but it was mostly against inanimate objects and set dressing at the hands of other creatures.
I'm gonna do this here this time.
That's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Why do you keep forgetting it?
Okay.
You guys keep printing it.
One day.
Until
All right,
I
see you
get a
then.
new computer.